The U.S. capture and removal of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has not led to regime change in the South American country. Maduro's vice president, Delcy Rodriguez, is now interim president.
Rodriguez was part of a group of senior officials in Maduro's administration that now appears to control Venezuela and had previously overseen much of Venezuela's oil-dependent economy and its intelligence service.
Correspondent Luke Garrett. Maduro and his wife, detained in New York, have pleaded not guilty to a host of charges, including narco-terrorism, conspiracy, and weapons-related charges. Cross-country demonstrations continue claiming lives in Iran. People are taking to the streets over the country's crumbling economy.
The U.S.-based human rights activist news agency estimates the death toll in violence surrounding protests in Iran has risen to at least 35. The agency adds more than 1,200 people have been detained in the protests, which have been ongoing for more than a week. It's clarified that 29 protesters, 4 children and 2 members of Iran's security forces have been killed. The group, which relies on a network inside of Iran for its reporting, has been accurate in past unrests. The semi-official Fars news agency, believed close to Iran's paramilitary Revolutionary Guard, says some 250 police officers and over 40 members of the Guard's volunteer group have been hurt. I'm Charles Tillithesma.
The Department of Health and Human Services is out with revised guidelines on childhood vaccinations. Hepatitis and meningitis, RSV, and the flu shots no longer recommended for every child. The U.S. recommendations are now more in line with what vaccines are recommended for European youngsters. On Wall Street, the Dow futures down 50 points, NASDAQ futures up 30. More on these stories at townhall.com.
They say timing is everything in the gold and silver markets, and it's true. Dennis Prager here for AmFed Coin and Bullion. Although you can buy at the right time, if you buy the wrong coins, you may not make a profit. When gold was $400 an ounce, many people were talked into buying high-grade old gold and silver collector's coins. Unfortunately, most of the people who bought these so-called semi-numismatic coins, like the $20 St. Gordon's and Liberty Head gold coins, have not broken even on their investment. Incredible, given that gold has risen approximately 525% since then. So while timing is everything, if you buy the wrong coins, the timing simply doesn't matter. Having a dealer who cares about positioning you in the right types of coins or bullion will mean more to your portfolio than anything else. That's why I deal with Nick Rovich and AmFed Coin and Bullion. Whether you're buying or selling, call 800-221-7694. That's 800-221-7694. Or go to AmericanFederal.com. AmericanFederal.com.
The French president is hosting his Ukrainian counterpart for ongoing talks with EU leaders. Ukraine is seeking security guarantees amid negotiations with Russia on ending the war.
What senior Ukrainian and European figures want to discuss are concrete military promises to ensure Russia won't invade again, should an agreement be reached to stop the fighting. What they really want is the White House to underwrite such an arrangement. An advisor to the French president, Emmanuel Macron, has admitted to another goal too, to make sure the US does not abandon Ukraine. However, the agenda will undoubtedly be shaped by Washington's extraordinary intervention in Venezuela and Donald Trump's repeated desires for the Danish territory of Greenland.
The BBC's James Waterhouse. Cuba's government has lowered flags to mourn 32 of its officers who died in the weekend strike against Venezuelan President Maduro. Venezuelan oil has kept the Cuban economy limping along for years. Townhall.com. A former Super Bowl champ joins a list of coaches fired on the NFL's Black Monday.
The Las Vegas Raiders have fired coach Pete Carroll after just 1 year. Carroll had high hopes, but the Raiders finished 3-14, including a 10-game losing streak. Owner Mark Davis and minority owner Tom Brady will work with general manager John Spytek to find a new coach. Elsewhere, the 5-12 Browns fired two-time AP NFL Coach of the Year Kevin Stefanski after 6 seasons. The 3-14 Cardinals fired coach Jonathan Gannon following a dismal third season. On Sunday, the 8-9 Falcons moved on from coach Raheem Morris after 2 seasons. I'm Gethin Coolbaugh.
The federal government has chosen 2 companies to replace 612 radar systems nationwide dating back to the 1980s. This is part of a multi-billion-dollar overhaul of the nation's air traffic control system. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
That's right. The 6th/2nd day of the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Welcome to it.
Happy, actually, another nice day. Not as nice as yesterday, but it's like 60s today.
Yeah, it's a nicer morning.
Yeah.
I would say it's not nearly as nippy.
Yeah, it's 36 right now, according to the National Weather Service.
That's downright nice.
Yeah, downright above freezing. But yeah, we're 66. Mario Lemieux.
Ah.
That's where we're hitting today. 3 people in the audience who got that reference.
I honestly had to stop and this is how my brain works. Whenever I hear a name like that, I visualize it and I like have to see the letters. So like I was like M-E-A-U-X. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's a hockey player. Pretty good one.
I mean, he's no Ovechkin or anything. Right?
Well, there's
totally kidding.
Actually, well, like, okay, so like Ovechkin, he's like his guy that was like always pushing him and everything was Sidney Crosby. Those two were kind of like when Wayne Gretzky was doing his thing. Mario Lemieux was that.
That makes sense.
His guy there. When Gretzky's in there, light it up. There's Lemieux hanging right there with him. I would argue Lemieux may start the show with some riveting stuff.
Hot take here, folks.
Lemieux might have gave Gretzky a run for his money, but during Lemieux's career, he got cancer. So he was out for a season or two and then came back and started kicking butt again. But, but I would argue had that not happened, we might be talking about Lemieux instead of Gretzky all the time. But
Gretzky's more fun to say.
Yeah, of course, a bunch of Gretzky fans like, no way.
See, now this is where
no about that, no way.
This is where I have to wonder if his name is really like Gretzk. And just because it's hockey, he got the name Gretzky.
Maybe. No, he's a full on. He was tiny. Like he was so good. I mean, he wasn't tiny, like freakishly tiny, but he was so good as a kid that he always played like he was a 9-year-old playing like 16-year-olds. So his jerseys were always way too big. That's why he tucked it into the side. Even when he was like, if you look at when he played, he always tucked one side in. That's when he was a child. Anyway, riveting hockey trivia to start the show today.
Same thing for Tom Cruise. Just tuck in one side just so it doesn't hang out.
He makes all the other actors get on there. Right. But anyway, happy Tuesday.
That's why he does all his own stunts. It's the lower center of gravity. It's easy. It's a softer landing for him.
Well, if you noticed that where he's on Oprah's show when he was jumping on the couch, him and Oprah eye to eye when he was on the couch.
That's true. That is true.
I'm kidding. I have no idea. But anyway, unfortunately, we're going to have the folks from Walker join us this morning. They're under the weather this morning, so we're going to replay their interview from last time they joined us here in just a few.
I was pointing out to a friend, it seems like Roswell's always a half decade late to everything.
Yeah.
So, of course, now is our COVID outbreak.
Yeah, but say flu season is pretty rampant throughout New Mexico. I was seeing the things on the news yesterday about states with their hotbeds for cold and flu, and New Mexico is right in the top category of, that's right, disease bags, you get sick real good here, you know.
Makes sense with so much water around here. There's, it's obvious that the germs will stick around.
Yeah, I don't know, but anyway, we get them here. So, so there's probably a lot of people feeling under the weather here this morning and this week, and because I remember like a week ago, people were talking, and there was like a flu thing, but then there was like a stomach thing,
right?
And some people had that, and then I heard a couple of people went from the stomach thing to the flu thing, or vice versa, and it was just I was hearing a lot of that. So
I think one of the Bird's Eye Vegetables has the opportunity to do one of the funniest things ever. Is just announce a voluntary recall of black-eyed peas. So your one time to shine, black-eyed peas. Now you're going to get everybody sick.
I did not have my.
Did you not?
No, because we didn't have any in the house, and I didn't know.
See, I didn't either. I went to the store to get some.
Yeah,
I specifically sought them out.
Yeah, we did. That did not happen. We talked about it, but it didn't happen.
I ate them while I listened to them.
Well, let's get it started.
That's right. Some would say it's taboo.
Monster truck.
Speaking of obscure references. Lime.
But no, I didn't have my my black-eyed pea. I don't like them. So
see, I'm not a huge fan, although I will say I ate about a half a bowl worth, or like a quarter of a bowl worth.
I don't like them, but that being said, I won't. Like a tomato raw, I refuse to eat. A black-eyed pea, I don't like it, but I'll eat it.
Now, okay, so a raw tomato, like a hand fruit tomato, sure.
Mm-hmm.
What about like a cherry tomato?
None of the above.
Really? Like in like a salad or anything? Why? Is it a guts thing? Or
it's the smell, the texture, the taste. All the above disgust me.
Speaking of, and this is kind of off topic, but I don't know this for sure, but I feel like genetic modification is starting to get a little out of hand.
Yeah.
I had a couple of grapes over the weekend that were purchased from Sam's Club that were like, they were like that bigger. They were like a hand fruit. It was a 2-bite grape.
There was just plums at this point.
Kinda, yeah. It was the biggest grape I've ever seen in my entire life. It was like the size of like a cutie, like a mandarin orange.
Yeah.
They were huge. I'm sure genetically modified, but also delicious.
Hey, if they want to market these things, dig back into the late 70s, early 80s, and get the great grape ape to be your mascot. Remember the great grape ape?
Yep, grape ape. Yeah, it was. I was, impressed. But honestly, you can't be mad about GMO in foods when you can make a grape taste like cotton candy.
Yeah,
I feel like there's really no wrong that can be done there.
That's true. Yeah, until he
actually do wrong.
Right. Well, if we want to get the Star Trek, this is the evolution. Like if you want to get the computer Earl Grey hot, that bad boy, this is how we get there. Although that sounds all well and good, and then on the show you're like, I wish I could do that. But I always catch it. There's always references when they go to certain plants, like, hey, it's real beef, or it's real. And you're like, all right, that's something. Like maybe it's
well, a couple of versions of it I saw over the weekend, but there's a lab or a company that's playing with the idea of 3D printed meat. Like it's becoming more of like a thing, and they've actually like worked up some prototypes.
See, and we thought the technology would stop at a whistle. I will not be the one signing up to eat the first 3D printed meat, to my knowledge.
Let me put it this way: I won't eat the first 3D printed meat. I might eat like the 5th.
Yeah.
I want to see how it works on you first.
We're all getting third tails.
I'm excited about it. It's going to be one of those like what's the word? Prehensile tail, where you can use it to like hold stuff and hang.
Well, we'll see.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
We're not going to get a useful one. It's going to be some weird nubbins.
I like how you said. Did you say third tail?
Third.
So your first two. How are those doing for you?
All right.
You were in the military. I understand.
I got a lot of shots.
A lot of saltpeter running through these veins.
Yeah. Hey, I did. I was that part that got the group that got the anthrax shots. So, I got 7 toes.
That's right. Cipro running through my veins.
But I can eat anthrax like Tic Tacs. All right, on that note, let's get the show going. We're going to replay our interview, like we said. Unfortunately, folks from Walker Aviation Museum under the weather, so we're going to play an interview we had with Doug back about a month or so ago. In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to replay our interview we had yesterday with John and Crystal Noble from Roswell Seed, talking marital therapy and some planting and stuff as well, too.
Somewhere in there.
Dr. Green Thumb. Marital counseling with Dr. Green Thumb. That's the way to go.
I got a whole song, too.
There you go. And they could both be Dr. Green Thumb. Yeah. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to replay our interview we had on New Year's Eve with the folks from American Legion Post 61, give an update about New Year and all that good
Indeed.
stuff. So, but first, let's take a gander at yours and mine and our weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look good for the next couple of days. We do have a storm system that'll roll in Wednesday night and Thursday with some showers. For now, we'll stay sunny. Our afternoon high in the upper 60s, mid-30s to about 40, and a few clouds for the overnight hours. Mix of sun and clouds on Wednesday and mid to upper 60s. We've got a good chance of rain Wednesday night into early Thursday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, sorry, I was doing things. Let me get down to this window there. There we go. Currently 36 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 48%. Winds are calm at the moment. Mostly sunny today, 66 for a high. Winds will be out of the south at around 5 miles per hour. Cloudy tonight with an overnight low of 37. Calm winds. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, 66 for a high tomorrow. Winds will be out of the southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. We are looking at a decent shot at showers Wednesday night, a 60% chance of rain, mainly before 11 p.m. Cloudy during the early evening, then gradually clearing as the night progresses. Expect an overnight low of 39 degrees with southwest winds at around 10 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny and 63, west winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Friday, we dip down into the 50s, probably because of that breezy Thursday. Sunny and 51 on Friday, and then weekend in the 50s as well. Saturday, sunny and 52, sunny and 54 on Sunday. All right, 7:17. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Your Roswell Livestock Report recap with Smiley Wooten in there as well. Then we'll play our interview with Doug Weiser from the Walker Aviation Museum. Don't go away.
Good morning. This is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 1,509 head of cattle sold on Monday, the first sale back for 2026 on the steady to higher market with excellent buyer attendance compared to the last sale of 2025. Stocker calves sold 5 to 10 higher, feeder cattle 10 to 15 higher. Packer cows and bulls sold steady. 3 to 400 pound steers 525, 605. 3 to 400 pound heifers 475 and a quarter. 4 to 500 pound steers 475 and a quarter. 4 to 500 pound heifers 458 to 470. 5 to 600 pound steers 429, 470. 5 to 600 pound heifers 385, 458. 6 to 700 pound steers 390, 429. 6 to 700 pound heifers 310, 385. 7 to 800 pound steers 352, 390. 7 to 800 pound heifers 290, 310. Packer cows 153, 159. Canner and cutter cows 145, 151. Packer bulls 175 to 182. Feeder bulls 160, 165. The cow calf pairs and bred cows not well tested this week. Expecting another nice run of cattle for next Monday. We do appreciate the business. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
It doesn't matter if you've been naughty or nice. Everyone gets our very best price during the year-end sales event at Roswell Ford.
It's the final days to trade up for less during the year-end sales event at Roswell Ford. Last chance for 0, 0, 0. That's 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down payments, and 0 payments till March 2026. Plus, if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, model, miles, or condition. Worried that your credit is on the naughty list? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings, 0 down, 0 APR, and 0 payments till March 2026. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
Interest accrues from date of sale. 0 APR is 1667 per thousand financed on 2025 F-150s. Subject to lender approval. Offers not combined on select vehicles.
This is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture, and I'm here to tell you watching the game from a sorry recliner is not how life should be enjoyed. You could have a power recliner with an adjustable headrest in your favorite spot right now. American built and a solid guarantee are the reasons we stand behind our recliners, and you can be confident in the service we provide. So pull your backsides from that old chair and cheer for your team in style. Come down and see us at Glenn's on the corner of Union and Alameda, where delivery is free since 1953.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas, ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
The octopus and the squid both have 3 hearts. That's why they eat so many Tums. Here's Mike Winters.
In studio this morning from the Walker Aviation Museum, Doug Weezer back with us. Morning, Doug.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here.
Glad to have you. How's life in your world this morning?
Life is good. The weather's great. We had an exciting museum day on Saturday. I think everybody did. So
yeah, it was a busy, and it was a busy Saturday too. With a lot, I know walked into Alzheimer's was going on that day. The museum day. I know just a lot of different community events and a lot of trick-or-treating Halloween stuff still going on. So
a lot of events.
It was good to see that despite a busy weekend, a lot of people participated, and I got a chance to hopefully visit all of the 8 museums that were participating on Saturday here.
Yeah, so. I think everybody was really appreciative of the turnout that they had, and it was good. And I mean, there are a lot of good folks that you got to meet, and
hopefully a lot of new people got to walk through the doors of the Walker Aviation Museum on Saturday.
We did. We saw a lot of new folks, and they walk in, they go, "I didn't know you were here."
That's the other thing. I hope a lot of people said, "I didn't realize they had that." Like, yeah, you found a hidden gem.
Even people that jump on flights, they walked by. You know, I've walked by this and so many times, and
they might see some of the model airplanes, but that's about as far as they get to.
Yeah.
And then they don't realize, no, there's a whole
deal in there, a whole legacy there of what Roswell was about.
But and of course, for folks not familiar, in case maybe I should start there, I always forget. I feel like everybody's been listening and knowing every day. The Walker Aviation Museum is located there in our air terminal, and it is a museum that is dedicated to what was once Walker Air Force Base, before that Roswell Army Airfield, which had a huge role in the training of bomber pilots during World War II. And then, of course, into the Cold War era, with being the tip of the spear with the latest in bombers and stuff through that time. Obviously was shut down there in the late 60s. Mm-hmm. Also, the museum pays tribute or homage to the early first-generation intercontinental ballistic missiles Roswell was also home to those first generation, the dangerous ones, the ones that were like liquid fueled.
Yes.
Very, till the Titans and Minutemen and the more safety and more advanced missiles came along. But those first generation Atlas, they were right here in Roswell. So the museum also kind of pays tribute to that era of this part of our history.
It does. Yeah, they were double tipped. I mean, and liquid fuel, nuclear tipped. I mean, they were definitely the first defense.
Yeah. Matter of fact, while you're out there, they just honored a placard there in front of the airport. Right there is the welcome area. I don't know what you call that, the atrium or whatever. Where you drive up and drop off, kind of thing in the front there, where they have the garden and all that and stuff. They have a placard honoring some of the lives lost during construction efforts and things. Of some of the, it was dangerous to work in that thing, but they were very dangerous to build them too. And we had an accident where we lost several lives, and they just matter of fact, within the last year, they 6 months or so, they paid tribute to that and had a dedication here. And hopefully, but if you missed that day, before you head into the airport or the museum, stop in and take a look at that.
Yeah, it's great. We did that February. We had
February. That's it.
Yeah, we had a ceremony that honored 8 people that died in that fire.
Mm-hmm. And it's such a cool. And here's the part too. The museum also is while keeping its eyes on the past, is also looking to the future with the STEM side of things and promoting. Working with youth and offering opportunities for youth groups and really anybody that wants to learn more about STEM-related careers, not only in the air industry. Now, they do have a special little spot for that, but really all STEM-related career fields pretty much in southeast New Mexico. Walker Aviation Museum's got information about it and a path to get you to maybe start the path down pursuing one of those careers. Yeah. If you want to become a pilot, they have a flight simulator, and
we had those cranked up on Saturday.
Yeah, and you get and there is a path you could go in there and get kind of checked out on it and start actually logging flight miles towards getting your license and everything else. So yes, we celebrate history, but we also look to the future, and that's really what the museum's all about.
Yeah, we had a young lady out that on Saturday that volunteered from the first tee, and she was interested in all the careers that have to do with aviation, and Robert Sherman, who's one of our volunteers out there, probably you always call the main guy.
Yes, well, he's here when Doug's. It's either Doug or Robert. Who's joining me on the
we alternate,
yes.
But he showed her. Brooklyn was her name, and we showed her basically all the different careers. And she was amazed at everything that was out there that had to offer. And I said, "You're welcome to come out anytime and take a look. You can get on our website and take a look as well. So you don't have to physically be there. There's an opportunity to just jump on the website and take a look.
Absolutely.
I did not know how many careers. In fact, she goes, I don't really know what I want to do when I get out of high school. I go, well, I think you're probably 99% of people don't know what they want to do when they get out of high school.
Yeah. And some are years out of high school and still figuring it out.
Yeah, I told her that. Some are blessed that I know exactly what I want to do, and that's happening. The STEM careers are they're looking for people that. Anywhere from flight nurses to plumbers, electricians. We did a little, probably a episode of wind generation for energy. The careers in that are just phenomenal. So there's a lot of stuff.
Absolutely, and looking, going back to the aviation industry. I mean, yes, we got. Obviously, with the government shutdown and the delays that causes, but prior to that, with the lack of personnel, qualified personnel at all levels of the air industry, from pilots to checking agents to baggage folks to mechanics to logistics people, they are lacking in those industries, and so youth that are looking to pursue careers, you can really probably write your own ticket in this time. You're gonna work where you want. dictate salaries that are going to really be family raising salaries that you can really build a family with. So
yeah,
good stuff.
And we had a young lady. The first one that was in on Saturday was somebody that was going to join the Air Force. And she wanted to, she had already been in negotiations, so to speak. She wants to become a medical doctor.
Okay.
And a flight doctor.
Okay.
And there's, Air Force is saying okay.
Do they still have I know back in my day, they used to have Operation Bootstrap where you can, now it's been a minute since then. And they may have a program similar, they just don't call it that anymore.
It's happening.
But there's that's a great it's a great way to become a doctor because I imagine as a flight surgeon you see it's like ER to everything. Oh, by the way, you're doing it at 30,000 feet or whatever.
She was excited. She had been out of high school for about a year and didn't know what she wanted to do. And she had talked to a recruiter and talked to somebody higher than a recruiter and different things like that. So I was ecstatic about that.
I have a friend that I've known since middle school, and when he went into the Air Force, he was not a doctor, but he was a flight tech. So basically, he was kind of like a flight nurse.
Correct.
He would do all the IVs and do all, but on the airplanes and they don't even have these. His first aircraft he was assigned to was the C-141s.
Yes.
Which those aren't any longer in the inventory.
In the air.
But that was his first. And I think he went to C-17s or something like that. So it's an interesting career field.
Yeah, and air traffic controllers. Hey, there's a big need for those right now.
Well, and it's a high stress job, but if there's enough personnel in the career field, then it's all right. They can give them the hours and do the mental health and do all the. Instead, there's a shortage of them. They're having to work longer hours, and it's a high stress job, and people flame out. That's just what happens.
And she asked me about that, and I go, there's videos out there. Are there any movies? And the only one I could recommend, which was probably not the best, was Pushing Tin.
But I remember that movie with Billy Bob Thornton.
Bob Thornton. She didn't remember Billy Bob Thornton. Edward Norton didn't remember him. But
you can probably say
Jolie, she remembered her.
Yeah. Well, that's a great job. But it does, if I remember right, that movie does good. It's been a minute since I've seen that movie, but it does portray the stresses of that job. Now, if I remember, there's a whole side story there that has nothing to do with air traffic controlling. But it does. Yeah, you're right. As far as movies go, they kind of give that image. That's about it. The other ones I've seen are not. It's movies like Hot Shots and Airplane and. Those are
nowhere close. Nowhere close. Nowhere close.
Those aren't going to give you a good, accurate depiction. But so if there's young folks or any folks really interested, please come by the museum. If you go to the website, wafbmuseum.org, www.wafbmuseum.org. That is the museum, the website for the museum. And all of the videos and stuff you can access through the website at the comfort of your home. But if you get lost, come on down and they can have you.
We'd love to see you. We're there from 9:30 to about 12:30, Monday through Friday. I know it's tough for young people, especially if you're in school, to make it out that way.
Off. It's election day. Come on down.
There are days off and different things like that. We're there. We're trying to expand a little bit. We're getting some new volunteers and different things like that. So,
and we're always looking for more too. If you're interested in being a volunteer, either as a docent or maybe there's some other sweat equity work back there that needs to get done, things like that. We definitely would love to have folks do that. And obviously, the more volunteers, they can expand the hours and things like that. Right now, the volunteers generally work around the flight schedule out there, which is that early flight, that around lunchtime flight each day. Yeah. And so but as we get, and obviously with talk of a Denver connection being put in here, it reminds me I got to make a phone call. I just remembered that's gonna a need for more people and a need for more volunteers here. So. So we're definitely looking for, and obviously serving on the board too. I don't know if there's open.
Spots, we are always board board membership is always open.
And that if you have an interest in there, and I know you got some great board members that are really dedicated and are the reason the museum is what we call it today. But they could always use a few more friendly faces on the board there. And you know what? Let's face it, some younger, fresh faces that are willing to carry. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, but a lot of them, are a little more seasoned.
Yeah.
And so we maybe some 30-somethings or 20-somethings that are interested in being, love military history, or maybe have family connections, or just an interest. It doesn't matter. Come on down. So.
We've got a new board member, new volunteer, Jennifer Adams, who's got a pilot's license and different things like that.
Good deal.
She did a wonderful job on Saturday.
Good deal.
So.
And it is a really great opportunity to, and obviously, I think the future of that air terminal and, what's on the horizon with plans and things, which really bodes well for opportunities for Walker to become a bigger entity than it's been.
Yeah.
With bigger,
Walker's
opportunities here.
Yeah. It's been about aviation. It's been about the airfield. It's been about a lot of different history of and the newer things that are happening, the air races, the air show, the historical museum that is probably a year or two away, but that's another one that's gonna.
From everything I'm hearing about that's a big deal. With that commercial aviation museum, the potential that could bring as far as, and not to mention the cool aircraft that's going to be just floating in from time to time to be on display there. Older, it's kind of like being set up near the Air and Space Museum in D.C. here, where there's an SR-71 flying in because they're about to put it in the museum.
And people asked during the air races, we had a phenomenal turnout, and people walked over from just to see us. People would point out a B-36. Where can I see one of those in real life? And I says, I think the best thing I can suggest is Oshkosh.
Yeah.
Because Oshkosh is one of the biggest ones. And, I mean, they have 500,000 people go through there. And it's phenomenal. And I go, your best chance to see that is in July.
Yeah.
So,
well, it would definitely, and obviously with, like you said, with the air races and, the next one, they're going to be bringing in the Thunderbirds. And so that in of itself takes an air show to a next level. Whenever Blue Angels or Thunderbirds are on the card, then that instantly knocks it up a level. It's like the Dallas Cowboys coming to town or something like that. It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, definitely. It is a big deal. It is a big deal.
So that's, bigger opportunity for us. But if you're interested, now's the time. Come volunteer. Come. And certainly if you're a youth group or a church group or an organization that says, man, we'd like to, they can set up private little tours and private little, or if we can gear it to a STEM education kind of field trip type deal.
Flight simulator. We basically crank those up for groups and different things like that. And you can pick your aircraft, you can pick your flight path, you can pick a lot of different things. It's a lot of fun.
And yes, everything from a Cessna to a F-22 fighter.
Correct. It's there.
Do they even do the bombers, heavies?
No, I haven't seen any bombers. Okay. I played on a little bit on Saturday when I could, and I thought, man, and each time I'm on it, it's phenomenal.
I ain't gonna lie, I would like to see a B-52.
Yeah,
that would be pretty.
I didn't see that under the aircraft listed. But,
of course, that's maybe anything is a two. No, I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Basically, it's got to be something. Yeah,
it's got to be a single seater.
Yeah.
Okay, that pretty much eliminates bombers.
Yeah.
I wonder, is there an F-117 in there?
I didn't see an F-117. The F-22's there.
I spent a lot of time in that cockpit, not flying, just sitting there, opening doors and brake riding and things like that. Never flying in it because I'm not a pilot.
But there's a number of aircraft that'll challenge you there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But there's just a lot of great stuff, and then of course, if you've never been to the museum as a tourist, come down and see it. It really see some of the history and what I love too is. Especially during the summer more, you see this because people are on family vacation stuff. We'll get a lot of families that have a connection to Walker or to, well, mostly Walker, probably not a lot of Roswell Army Airfield. they're no longer with us.
They do.
Those folks. But,
they wander in.
Yeah.
You know,
although there might be great grandkids or something.
There was a gentleman that wandered in that used to sit in the chairs. Used to be one of the crew for the missile sites.
Oh wow!
And we had a big picture of the operators of the missile sites. And he walked in and he was waiting for his wife was down at the ticket counter, and he goes, "That's where I used to sit in 1961." Wow! On that chair right there. It was phenomenal and
full circle moment.
Yeah, then people from bomber crews and B-25s and B-17s and stuff like that that their dad was there, or and it's phenomenal to meet all those people. And at the air races, I met people from Tucson, from Palm Springs that operated actually museums. This guy, the Tucson Museum has a Titan missile site.
I've been to that place.
Yes,
I've been to that museum. That's an excellent museum. The guy from that was there.
He was there, and I walked around and walked. Yeah, I mean, I was.
Folks, if you ever get a chance, I highly recommend you go. And while you do it, make a day of it. Go to the Pima because it's right there in Tucson too. The Pima, the Boneyard.
Yes.
It's right there. Davis-Monthan Air Force Base is right there on the. Don't go there unless they invite you. But but yeah, that Titan missile silo is matter of fact. They do have an IRT in Titan in there.
Yes,
and they had the actual doors open semi, and they had to get permission from the Russians to do that because satellites are going over that bad boy going.
Yeah,
so they had to get. I
could have listened to this guy all day.
Yeah,
and it's like
that is a cool museum. I've been there. Yeah, that's awesome. He came to Roswell.
Yeah, he was there.
World. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and the guy from Palm Springs too. I mean,
awesome.
The Palm Springs had there, and they were affiliated with 29 Palms. He had all the little feelers out there because I had spent some time in Palm Springs for the years, and I'm wow, these guys were actually here. And he goes, this is big. He goes, this is big for Roswell. I'm going to tell you it's big for Roswell because it's big for us.
Yeah.
And he'll be there this next year.
It's a good thing. And this, but again, this is why we need more at Walker. We need more volunteers, more folks to come be a part.
Yeah. And Palm Springs says, hey, whatever you guys need, you tell us what you need. And we got to meet Scott. I can't remember his last name. He's from one of the flight things. They couldn't go up on Sunday morning, so the ceiling was too low. So meaning they couldn't fly. So I got tours of the hangars.
Okay.
And they were working on one of the engines that had blown the day before and different things like that. What an education. And whatever you need. They want to hang an F1 racer in one of the rafters.
Oh, cool.
And we get a couple of those. We'll hang one. How big is your museum? And I said, well, we'll try to fit it up there. I mean, if you're going to give it to us or loan it to us, yeah, we'll do that.
This is cool.
Yeah. So it was...
and that's great because you kind of get in a pipeline where you can kind of constantly, okay, we have a new exhibit of aircraft that are going to be on display for a couple months, and that would be amazing.
Yeah, it's great for the museum.
And to be honest, with the rich history that Walker has, I mean, think about it. In its time it served here, pretty much any bomber between the World War II era up through the late 60s, Walker called home to it at one point or another, every model from, those the B-17s to the B-29s to B-52s at some point were sitting on tarmacs out at Roswell.
These guys were, being historians, they were familiar with the aircraft, they're familiar with the runway. And then you guys got a phenomenal runway here. And what they've done with these improvements for this will just make that enhance the whole area, and will grow, and we'll help you grow because of that. So
the possibilities here, and this is it's exciting, and I think yes, Roswell will always be known for aliens first. That we're not going to lose that. That's all corners of the globe know that.
Yeah.
But people be like, oh yeah, they also have a huge history of aircraft and military history there, and now with the air races and everything else, it'll be an airplane mecca. They think of oh, that's a place you think of like much of your military places for current stuff, Edwards, and now they'll be think of Roswell as this kind of mecca for historical aircraft and for that Cold War era history, and that's a cool stuff. Not to mention tipping to the future with the air races and that kind of in that Red Bull cutting edge type exports type deal. So yeah. It's pretty cool. So.
It's a great genre, and they Walker housed the aliens. Who went and got the aliens was personnel from Walker.
Those the guy, all the brass at Walker were the ones that were out there doing the covering up or the whatever store you buy. That's the one they were doing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So,
but and that's something else too I want to mention before we wrap up is the museum also. We talk about the airplanes and what was going on there, but it is also the people that called it home. That history too. The baseball clubs, the life at the NCO club or at the O club, or what they did when they weren't training and jobbing. What was life like, and the stories of the the dances or the different between town and the military folk, those kind of intermingled events, and that it studies that history too, and the life of the people that called it home.
Yeah, I mean, there was it was a lot of kids, a lot of young kids, and everything like that. They're looking at a bicycle that they used to use to deliver the mail.
Yeah,
and she's asking, what was this used for? Well, you ride around and deliver these, files and letters and different things like that. And I go, that's way before the internet. So you got to understand that there was no internet, and the telephones wouldn't.
Sometimes they were spotty.
You couldn't fax anything, and I know fax is antiquated right now, but they still use faxes for certain secure documents.
I was about to say, even back during early Cold War, a fax would have been way state of the art if they had it at all. That was just limited to military type people. At that point. Yeah, you weren't getting junk faxes at your office at that point. That was not until the 80s.
Yeah. But I hope she appreciated the way I tried to frame that a little bit.
How technology, and just although I would argue the furniture, the desks and the chairs of that era, we should just keep that, because you could pretty much drop a bomb on it, and you just have to dust it off, and it still worked.
We use a desk.
I know there's one in there.
Yeah, there's one in there. That's got to be circa 1949 or.
Now, granted, it takes a team of mules to move that thing, but boy howdy, is it sturdy!
Oh my gosh!
But they didn't make things like they did.
No.
Back then. Yeah, it's kind of funny. There was and this was a TV show. I saw it, but it does prove to the point that, and they were talking about, it was some Navy guys talking. And he's got an ashtray there, and he's sitting there with his cigar, and he goes, and someone's talking to me, goes, that's the problem, they paid $80 for that ashtray, and we don't need to be paying $80. And so they get to talking, and he goes, you know why it's $80 for this ashtray? And he starts beating it on the ground, it won't break. He goes, when we get attacked, it won't shard glass on everything. That's why it's an $80 ashtray.
I can believe it.
But that's kind of the logic. But those desks and chairs, you could, what, during the nuclear war, you probably should go into those desks and you're just fine. That's what they taught you back then.
Yeah, they did.
But I'm joking a little bit. But that's what to see that technology and to see all that. So please, if you're interested in volunteering or want to learn more, or definitely come and bring a group by, please do so. And we're just looking to, as the world's growing around us and bigger, more exciting things are coming in, we want to make sure that the museum is growing and being very much a part of that.
Yeah.
So, yep. Good deal. Walker, again, to get a hold of them, probably the best bet is to go online, www.watch www.wafbmuseum.org. I know it's a lot of W's.
Yeah, it's a lot of W's.
But it's short for Walker Air Force Base Museum. There, you can go there. You can learn more about what we're talking about here. Obviously, all the STEM videos and links to careers education. You'll find tabs for all of that there. If you'd like to donate, I think there's a donate tab. Your donations, it's a free museum, but people leave donations and things, and that's what helps keep the lights going and the bills paid and all that good stuff. And of course, if you're interested in serving or want information about having your organization or group schedule a tour, you can do all that through the website too. So, and there's a Facebook page too. That way, every time there's from time to time special events or the Navy guys will come through or some other group will come through and they'll do a special thing with the kids while they're here, and you always catch those on the Facebook page.
Yeah, we had just real quickly, we had a group, a couple guys from England that came and did the radar array. There's an array. Yeah, there's an array that's out.
I forgot. Robert talked about that last time. I forgot, they had a good. I saw the things from the event. Looks like they had a good turnout.
Yeah, well, we had some people from the Trinity site.
Okay,
because it's only open once a year, but they decided to close it, and these people drove all the way to hear these two talk about the array.
Wow.
And it's so interesting. It's still, parts of it are still out there. You can still go see it. So and we're one of the few people. I think there were 8 of the arrays around the world.
Okay,
and Roswell's just one of them.
Well, when you got a lot of dirt and not a lot of people, it tends to things like that get done out there.
Yeah. So, but we had that. We have speakers every now and again like that.
Yeah.
So
if y'all ever get bored, just Google Earth New Mexico.
Yeah.
There's particularly this part of the New Mexico. You'll see all kinds of crazy things, from swastikas in the dirt to other stuff, and that's all because they were bombing places. And back in World War II, they're training and bombing, and they got to have something to hit.
Yeah.
So they hit it.
God, there's a lot of history in New Mexico. I mean, it's
a lot, and then, like you said, there's arrays out there.
Oh my gosh!
I dare imagine some of those missile silos and things too. Some of them are B&Bs and things now around the area, but there's still 1 or 2 that are probably just sitting there.
There's 12 of them. Yeah. They're out there, and some of them are improved. Robert has pictures of some guy that's improving it, and it's going to be
I wonder
an Airbnb.
With what's going on here with the museums, I wonder if someone will have the wherewithal to maybe restore one to make it like that.
They're
Titan
working
museum.
on that.
Okay,
yeah,
so
this
like
guy's pretty close.
In Tucson there.
Yeah.
That would be amazing if we had one of those.
No missile, but when the guy said there's a missile in there, I'm going, you're kidding me.
Yeah.
I'm just blown away. I've got to get out there.
Yeah, it is cool. I got pictures on my phone somewhere.
In springtime, I'm heading that way. I'm gonna do a tour on my way.
It is, and then please go to the Boneyard afterwards if you've never been.
I'm gonna try, because it's just a phenomenal thing.
One room that I really appreciated, and as someone who's on the Walker board would appreciate, they have one hangar that's really totally dedicated to B-17 and the B-17 crews.
Oh, okay.
And so you go into this, and it's like a 2-story hangar, and in the middle they got a real cleaned up, tricked out B-17, beautiful, but on the 2 stories of the walls around it are, I don't know, 5x7, whatever you say that size, photographs of B-17 bomber crews, and it's literally floor to ceiling, 2 stories. It's just to see a visual of all these bomber crews.
Yeah.
And the more I think, I'm like, 90% of these kids probably went right through Roswell, New Mexico, doing that. And so that to me was, and I think you'll be, just because from here you would actually feel a little bit more kind of way about that.
It's 6,000 to 8,000, and they came through Roswell, and of all the 12,000 that they trained, I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
But it was kind of a visual of that, to see it in that room. That room I can imagine. It's just all these pictures, and they're all bomb crews.
Yeah.
And then you get to thinking more, and it's like, how many didn't come home? A lot of them.
That's
the other thing is their lifespan was not long. There was not a lot of bombers that got to do their 25 missions and survived it. And some of them went more, and I don't know how many stories we have of guys going, they went to there, and their number 32 is the one that got them.
Yeah.
And those stories are
very
prevalent
going
amongst that community. So it's humbling when you walk into that hangar.
Yeah.
So. But anyway, it's a cool museum, and it's really 1 minute you're looking at old Air Force One, and then you go over here and there's this amazing, oh yeah, there's a B-52 sitting over. It's just a cool,
yeah.
And then you get on their little like golf cart train and they drive you around the kind of the boneyard part. It's a 10.
Yeah, I could have listened to that guy all day.
Oh yeah, it's highly recommended. And the Titan Museum is by far cool. It's one of the coolest things I've got to experience down there. So. And then if you go the right season, go see a hockey game. That's another. I saw the minor league hockey game.
All right, I'll do that.
Doug, is there anything that we got sidebarred on that we wanted to share that I got to talk about other museums and other things?
I think we talked about the STEM and everything, but all the peripheral stuff was real good. The air races, the Walker Museum being right there. We talk about museums. I believe that the Goddard Museum, or the main museum, as I call it, is going to relocate out there.
Oh, great!
Out to the
makes
base.
Sense.
So we're excited about that too.
Yeah.
We feel like the more museums, the merrier, and
we'll have our own little Smithsonian district right down.
I think it's shaping up that way.
Well, and let's quite frankly, what town of this size has 8 museums?
Not many.
To even have a museum day, you know what I mean? And now we're going to add and grow to that, so it makes sense. So we're blessed here in this community to have such great opportunities for things, and people don't realize it, but we really do.
It takes a lot of history to have a lot of museums.
This is true too. We've got a rich history here with with military history to native to first man coming through here history to Wild West history to there's a lot of it here to whatever's next on the generational tick.
Yep.
Too, so
it's there.
WAFBmuseum.org is the website. Go there, learn everything that we just talked about. Well, not everything, but a lot of it. And of course, if you want to get involved and volunteer, trust me, we're looking for more, and it's a lot of fun. If you love talking with people, you love meeting people, we got a docent job that you'll dig. You'll have fun. And by the way, there's they got pretty good food at the airports. You're only like 5 steps away from a burrito or something. So it's not too bad.
Yeah. We wish they were open on weekends, but they're not right now. But we're trying to get everybody open, trying to get more and
more flights, more things, and there'll be more burrito hours.
And I appreciate the city council of Roswell doing that, finding more flights.
This is part of that growth.
It gives us that window to be open.
Absolutely, it's more good, more better for everybody.
Yeah.
So those teachers yelling at me, right?
Yeah. Teachers I'm going to reach out to. Here this next year, this school year, we're going to reach out to Goddard and Roswell and have students come out, actually go out and solicit it, for lack of a better word.
Hey, we need more pilots. We need more.
Of this.
Aircraft mechanics. We need all that.
Yes.
Good deal. Well, Doug, thank you very much. Appreciate the visit.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you got a few fires to stomp out at your day job. So let's do that.
Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact.
Life in your industry, there's always a fire to stomp out.
There is.
I know nothing about cooking other than the eating portion of it, but I've watched enough of those shows on TV. They're like, man, that seems like a stressful job.
Think of it at the end, the good stuff you get to eat.
That's right. The payoff's pretty good.
That is.
So.
Thank
you as always. We'll see you next time here.
All right. Thank you.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Declaring his innocence, deposed Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro has been arraigned in New York, calling himself innocent and a decent man, but that's not the way prosecutors view it. Maduro and his wife face charges of narco-terrorism, conspiracy, and weapons charges. Democrat Senator Mark Kelly of Arizona faces censure by Defense Secretary Hegseth. In November, Kelly had joined 5 other lawmakers in a video calling on U.S. troops to uphold the Constitution and not to follow so-called illegal orders. The Department of Health and Human Services is out with revised guidelines on childhood vaccinations. Hepatitis, meningitis, RSV, and flu shots no longer recommended for every child. Stocks on Wall Street opening mixed this morning. More details at srnnews.com. atop.com.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 6,000 fellow Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success. That's what we're about.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Bamboo plants can grow up to 36 inches in a day. So if you're told you're growing like a weed, you can say, no, I'm growing like a bamboo. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 8 o'clock. Town Hall News is up next. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Declaring his innocence, deposed Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro has been arraigned in New York while he calls himself an innocent and a decent man. The BBC's Sarah Smith in New York says that's not the way prosecutors view it.
Nicolas Maduro and his wife are facing charges of narco-terrorism conspiracy and weapons charges. The indictment against them states that for more than 25 years they have enriched themselves by working with international drug traffickers to ship illicit drugs into the United States. Speaking in Spanish, Nicolas Maduro called himself the president of Venezuela before he was interrupted by the judge. The American Attorney General Pam Bondi has said that the former Venezuelan leader will soon face the full wrath of American justice, but it is likely to take years before a prosecution could be completed.
Maduro's ultimate fate. Elon Katz is a criminal defense lawyer in Mexico City.
Now, if Mr. Maduro is found not guilty by a jury, of course he will be set free. If he is found guilty, then he will spend the rest of his days in a federal prison along with his wife.
Democratic Senator Mark Kelly of Arizona is facing censure.
In November, Kelly joined 5 other lawmakers in a video that called on troops to uphold the Constitution and not follow illegal orders. Defense Secretary Hegseth said the censure was a necessary step toward proceedings that could result in a demotion from Kelly's retired rank of captain. Kelly responded by calling the move outrageous and wrong. The senator said it sends the message to every single retired service member that if they say something Hegseth or Donald Trump doesn't like, they will come after them the same way. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Wall Street's benchmarks are higher so far this morning, adding to yesterday's gains. Dow's up 114 points. The Nasdaq ahead 112. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
There's hope for the future of an endangered species.
One of the world's rarest whale species is having more babies this year, but experts say many more young are needed to help stave off the possibility of extinction. The North Atlantic right whale's population numbers are an estimated 384 animals and is slowly rising after several years of decline. The whales have gained more than 7% of their 2020 population. Researchers have identified 15 calves this winter, but the species still needs approximately 50 or more calves per year for many years to stop its decline and allow for recovery. The whales give birth off the southeastern United States every winter before migrating north to feed. The whales are vulnerable to collisions with large ships and entanglement in commercial fishing gear. Advocates are pushing for stronger laws to help protect against those threats. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
News and analysis at townhall.com. Company involved in a massive 2023 oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico faces a big fine.
The $9.6 million fine is close to the total fines the Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration usually issues each year. However, Third Coast, which operates 1,900 miles of pipelines, recently secured a nearly $1 billion loan. The agency says Third Coast failed to establish proper emergency procedures and did not access the risk. The NTSB found that operators failed to shut down the pipeline for nearly 13 hours after gauges first hinted at a possible problem. Jason Walker reporting.
The feds are out with revised guidelines for childhood vaccinations. Hepatitis, meningitis, RSV, and flu shots no longer recommended for every child. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce.
Thank you, Jocelyn, of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Now it's kind of full-on back to the normal routine, because, yesterday, most people went back to work, but the kids were still off school yesterday because of teacher in-service day, so most of the kids, but now that the kids are back to school, the buses, all the normal, routine, the rigmarole of a morning commute here in Roswell, New Mexico is full on today. So, back to the grind, so dip in with a toe or dive in either way. But you're at this point, it's 8 o'clock. You're probably either fully immersed in the process or maybe at your destination back to your normal routine. But either way, get to it. You just got to get, it's like riding a bike. You just get right back to it. Yeah. But happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It's going to be another nice day. Not as warm as yesterday. We were hitting the 70s yesterday. We'll be in the 60s today. There is rain chances tomorrow night. It's like a 60% chance Wednesday night. They don't say how much, but it's a good chance as far as how much we get. I think, there's other parts that are going to get, because I was looking at the weather last night on the TV news, and they were saying that, Roswell's kind of right on that edge of where, you're probably going to not get the full effect of this. You'll get some, but not, I guess other parts will get some. But I know yesterday they were saying that we were going to get rain Wednesday night and then Thursday morning, but it looks like it's all going to be happening Thursday evening. What we get is what we get. So, but we'll see. Well, there is another day between now and then for it all to change. So, you know how that works around here. you don't like the weather, just wait. It'll change real quick. But, let's see. Let me give you the rundown for this hour of the show. We'll, of course, get you up to date with the weather, officially here in just a few minutes. Then we're going to replay our interview we had yesterday. John and Crystal Noble joined us for their monthly visit from Roswell Seed. And, of course, as we do, we have jokes, and we go in about 10 different tangents, and probably as much marital advice in there as there is plant advice. But but we also talk about, winter things you can do if you want to do some planting in the winter for gardens and things like that, some prep stuff and things like that. A little bit of, we're in the hold season on certain things. You're wanting to fertilize, and you're like, but wait. But, of course, the weather, as, we've been talking, is getting a little wacky. So we talk all about that amongst all the other stuff, too. So we'll play that conversation with you here in just a few minutes. Of course, we'll also get you up to date with news of the local variety, sports, Wall Street Business Update, and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. It is 9 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get you up to date now officially. We'll have a meteorologist tell you. Here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look good for the next couple of days. We do have a storm system that'll roll in Wednesday night and Thursday with some showers. For now, we'll stay sunny. Our afternoon high in the upper 60s, mid-30s to about 40, and a few clouds for the overnight hours. Mix of sun and clouds on Wednesday and mid to upper 60s. We've got a good chance of rain Wednesday night into early Thursday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, 36 degrees here in Roswell. Been holding steady at that for the last hour or so. Humidity is at 48%. Winds currently out of the southwest at 6 miles per hour. We are expected to hit mid-60s today, 66, and mostly sunny. Winds will be out of the south at around 5 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy, overnight low of 37. Winds should be calm. For Wednesday, cloudy, but temps-wise not too bad. A high of 66 expected. Winds will be out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then, of course, also the rain chances I mentioned, that's going to be Wednesday night. There's a 60% chance of rain. They're talking mainly before 11 and cloudy, but as the evening progresses or overnight progresses, gradually should see those clouds clear off. Overnight low of 39 degrees with southwest winds at around 10 miles per hour. Thursday in the 60s, but breezy. Sunny and 63, west winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Those breezes will bring in cooler temps for Friday and the weekend. Thursday night, clear, overnight low of 33, but sunny and a high of only 51 on Friday. Saturday, we're looking at, and by the way, Friday night, overnight low of 20. So that's going to be bundle up, maybe consider trickling the water, all that good stuff. Friday night with an overnight low of 20. Saturday, 52 for a high, and Sunday. Saturday night, once again, an overnight low of 20. Same thing. Probably want to be trickling when you get that far below freezing. Probably a good idea. Sunday will be sunny and 54. 24 for an overnight low Sunday night. And then looks like upper 50s, 57 when you head back to it Monday next week. So things will get cooler for the weekend there. All right, it is 12 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's go ahead and hold on. Let me see something real quick. Let me make sure this is not okay. All right, never mind. I was getting a text there, and then I started to see something. I was like, maybe there's something I need to mention on the radio, but no, there isn't. So, all right, let's do this. It is 12 minutes after 8 o'clock. That was a whole series of things just going right through your head there. All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick commercial break, and then on the other side, we'll play our interview with John and Crystal we had yesterday from Roswell Seed. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
It doesn't matter if you've been naughty or nice. Everyone gets our very best price during the year-end sales event at Roswell Ford.
It's the final days to trade up for less during the year-end sales event at Roswell Ford. Last chance for 0, 0, 0. That's 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down payments, and 0 payments till March 2026. Plus, if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. Worried that your credit is on the naughty list? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings, 0 down, 0 APR, and 0 payments till March 2026. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
Interest accrues from date of sale. 0 APR is 1667 per thousand financed on 2025 F-150s. Subject to lender approval. Offers not combined on select vehicles.
We have new dining furniture that will make you a hosting hero. This is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. Take a break from overpriced stores. Our top-notch tables come in dining and counter heights and feature 6 to 10 chairs with styles that are sure to impress your guests. Pair your table with luxurious buffets and servers to enhance the classic dining experience. All our tables are ready for immediate delivery, so buy from Glenn's today and dine on it tonight. Come see us on the corner of Union and Alameda, where delivery is free since 1953.
Artesia General Hospital presents your fall and winter health checklist. Fall and winter are beautiful seasons, but they're also cold and flu season. So here are a few quick tips to help keep you healthy. Tip number 1, hand hygiene. It's your first line of defense. Wash for 20 seconds with warm water and soap. Tip 2, holiday food strategy. Fill half your dish with fruits and veggies first. Pick lean meats and save room for just one dessert you'll really enjoy. Tip 3, protect your skin. Heaters dry the air, so moisturize daily and drink plenty of water. Healthy choices now mean more energy and a happier winter. These healthy living reminders are brought to you by Artesia General Hospital, ready to help take care of you and your family.
Get a built-in look with a Whirlpool flush mount dishwasher that installs flush with the surrounding cabinets at Bush Appliance in Roswell. A third rack provides space for silverware and hard-to-fit utensils. Plus, this dishwasher meets ADA standards for acceptable design. Shop Whirlpool dishwashers today at Bush Appliance in Roswell. Who you gonna call? Bush Appliance. Stop by 111 West Country Club Road in Roswell or call 575-622-6390.
Are you still dealing with that toothache? Or are those wisdom teeth bothering you? This is Dr. Sarah Usher at Carabelli Dental, and we've got you covered. From root canals and implants to crowns and dentures, we have advanced treatment options for you. Our team is focused on every detail to give you a personalized and professional experience. Discover dental care that's comfortable, modern, and made just for you. Come visit us at Carabelli Dental, where your best smile begins here.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental or call 575-622-4455.
Ready, set, hurry on down to Tate Branch Roswell, where we finish first. Experience the Tate Branch difference here at Tate Branch Roswell, where business is done the Tate Branch way with honesty and integrity to deliver an exceptional customer experience. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are priced to move and are backed with a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's all backed by friendly hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head on down to Tate Branch Roswell right here at 2000 West 2nd Street and drive home happy today. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the world-class experience you have been waiting for.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. More than 50% of Americans fall asleep on their sides. That's way better than falling asleep on someone else's side. Here's Mike Winters.
This morning wearing Roswell Seed figurative hats today.
Repping Roswell,
John and Crystal Noble back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Merry or Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You know, holidays, Christmas, all that was. I don't think I've really. I mean, on air, I don't think I've talked to you guys since before Christmas. So.
No, talked to you after on the phone, but not radio.
Yeah. So how was the holidays?
It was good.
Good.
I did not overcook Christmas.
Good. What'd you do?
Tamales, rice, beans, ham, mashed potatoes, corn, rolls, berry medley pie, peach cobbler. What else did I make?
You're making me hungry right now.
That's why John's quiet. He's still digesting Christmas and New Year's.
I don't remember.
No, she has this really cruel weight loss thing going on right now. So she makes all of this food, and I'm like, yeah. And then she packages up and gives it to people. I'm like, what the heck?
He's like, see, look, I even offered to take them food for Christmas.
I understand that part, but
Well, in all fairness, we were out of town right after we headed up to Albuquerque.
Yeah, I mean that one I get. That's not a big deal, but I spent the whole day getting yelled at. Can't go in the kitchen. So if I had to go to the back, I had to go out the front door, around the side of the house to go into the back because I couldn't just cut through the kitchen because it wasn't allowed. Don't taste this. Nope. Don't touch that. No, don't even ask me about this. Fine. One day, sit down, fill up the plate. All right, you good? Good, yeah. And then it's all packaged up. And I'm like, what
no, it's not.
Hell? Come on,
and
man.
then I made deviled eggs.
He misses leftovers. Ooh, deviled eggs.
Yeah.
No, he had lots of leftovers.
Good.
He had leftovers for days. And then before it goes bad.
I had a day.
I ain't gonna lie, that is and you share the same crux that I do. When two people live together, when you make something like this, you're always sick of it because you've got to eat it for 3 days. You know what I mean? Like I got like my request, and I love it. My wife made chicken and dumplings yesterday. Loved it, enjoyed it, but I'm gonna have to enjoy it for the next 5 days now. That's the part that is like, all right.
I mean, on that, I got a day. Yeah, you gave me a day.
Yeah.
1 day. Yeah. So this year's New Year's resolution, guess what it is? I quit my diet. That's the only resolution I'll ever keep in my entire life.
I quit resolutions.
I just quit my diet. That's it. What's your New Year's resolution? Quit my diet.
There you go.
Yeah. He doesn't follow the diet, even though he's supposed to.
I'm going to be really bad about it now. Watch me.
He's not even going to care.
Not.
And that's why we give shots.
Yeah, you're not supposed to eat that. Well, you're breathing. Shush.
Well, I understand your sentiment after. I still try. I mean, I'm kind of like I'm going to do, but
Yeah.
If I want ice cream, I'm eating ice cream.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm going to do that.
Yes.
But I do try. But
And I'm not going to listen into this. You're not supposed to. Yeah, I know I'm not supposed to do this. Duh.
But and not trying to be a bummer, but after what I've experienced over Christmas, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You could eat like a saint or eat god awful, and you're gone when it's your time.
When it's your time, it's your time. That was because when you talk to people and they talk to you about like combat and this and that and other, you think about it, but no, you don't. Because you just come to the reality of it is, if it's my time, it's my time. Regardless, let's go. And that's how. And I'd like you around a little bit longer. And I'm thinking to myself, there's some days I'm pretty sure you hold a pillow over my face when I'm asleep.
Well, that's today, sweetie.
Yeah. And you got it. But the thing of it is now, the way I'm looking at this stuff is, who do you believe?
Yeah.
Well, you got to take this for that. You got to take this for this. Well, you're taking this to do this, but then you have to take this to counteract what you're taking because this is going to get messed up. And then you got to take something to counteract. And you're taking like 10 pills, and it's like,
I'm listening to some of these commercials, and they're talking about if you experience these side effects, stop it. I'm like, the side effects are worse than the actual problem.
Right, exactly. It's like, well, that's a new one.
Yeah. I went to the doctor and he was all like, your B12 is low. And I'm like, okay, he's like, well, you got to take these shots. No, I don't like shots. And he was like, well, your brain is shrinking. I'm okay with that. I really am.
He's like, wasn't that big to begin with?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. When I start walking,
brain.
Yeah.
Start calling him pea brain.
I start walking out of the house with the underwear on the outside of my pants, then we can talk.
Hey.
Till then, no. Either that or it was a really good Friday night.
Well, my point is, if the person's happy, who's the genius?
Yeah. You need to take this. Is it going to make me taller?
I mean, if you're running around, being an idiot, but you're happy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's like ignorance is bliss sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That scene from The Matrix where he's like, I know it's not steak, but do I care? I mean, there's something to be said there.
little things in life, that you just, yeah.
But anyway, how's things at Roswell C?
Slow.
Yeah, slow and quiet right now,
Gardening and lawn care and things aren't the top of people's brains usually around the first of the year. This is kind of dormant vegetation season.
Yeah.
Although, for people that really care about this kind of stuff, this is the time to percolate and get stuff ready for when things start popping
looking
up.
at. This is where we fall into that. New Year's resolution. I'm going to make my yard look better this year.
Yeah.
Okay, we're there.
Yeah.
Is
Need
it
to call a guy about that.
Yeah. Is it going to happen? Who knows? I mean, everybody starts off with good intentions.
Sure.
And then we understand. Water bills go up. This a car breaks down. We
New
get
Netflix
it.
series pops up.
Yeah. We understand. Lawnmower dies on you. Okay, we get it. We're here to help.
That's right.
Whenever we can.
But
there are some winter things that a lot of people don't think about. There's winter bulbs, fall bulbs. Plant them now. They bloom in the spring. It is getting a little bit late because, ironically, our weather is not really wintering right now.
Yeah, it's kind of which pulls Mother Nature and And I imagine this keeps up. We'll start seeing trees get leaves here before
We were
you know.
eating lunch the other day, and I picked them up, and we had just went to sit at the park by DeBrenham Stadium. The tree we were sitting under already had blooms. I was like, no, it's not that time.
It's going to be a rough.
Yeah.
You know.
So a lot of people, if you're seeing blooms on your trees, you're probably going to have to do a little bit of something come springtime when they should be blooming, because if we actually do start freezing, that's going to kill those blooms off, and then it's going to shock
it's
the
gonna
tree.
happen, folks. You know it. It's. I'm going to take a stab here. By the end of this month, February, we're going to have some winter storm or some weird thing like that.
It's going to come rolling in.
I don't know. The Simpsons predicted, some massive snowstorm over the United States from the 6th of January to like the 21st or something, shutting the entire United States down.
Well, I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow, but
no, I think at least we're safe.
Yeah, not here.
So, but we have a lot of people that come. Hey, do I fertilize now? So generally, no. Because you don't want freezing. You don't want the water to freeze, because then you just burned up everything that you just done.
Gotcha.
But I also understand people like they're saying, well, it's 70 degrees outside. Yes, it is. Well, I didn't get to try it. That's all I can tell you.
Sure.
See what happens. And
you may have to do it again later on. You may have wasted some money, but maybe you get some benefit out of it.
But for the most part, everything's trial and error.
Sure.
Got people that want to plant a winter garden. Okay. What do you suggest? Well, think like a rabbit, because that's what you're going to plant. That's about it.
Leafy greens.
Yeah.
But if you want to do that, fine. If you got a greenhouse, well, it doesn't really matter.
And and this is where I don't know at this level, and this is where maybe you guys would help. But I know like professional farmers, they grow crops in seasons, and like if they're growing one thing in the winter, they're growing something in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
But by doing that, they're actually enriching the soil for the next thing by growing the next thing. Can you do that equivalent in your own small garden?
Yeah,
too?
sure. Yeah. They refer to it as a cover crop.
Yeah.
And we do. We have a couple of mixes that you could put down. Basically, some of us, I usually refer to it as a nitrogen bump. It pumps a lot of nitrogen in the soil, a lot of phosphate in the soil. And then you just till it under, basically. So one of them that we have, it has like a sweet pea in it. It has a clover. It also has a radish, and everybody's like, "Well, it doesn't make no sense." The radish actually keeps the soil loose because it's balling inside.
If you mix them in a salad, they're just fine.
Yeah, they're great. I don't know if I'd want to eat these radishes or not, honestly, but
What he's referring to is changing crops, not ground cover.
Oh, if you want to change the crop,
yeah,
you can.
Does that benefit? Like, you do that?
Not really. It's easier just to plant a cover crop and produce, natural enzymes and stuff, and then put your crop back in. You're not depleting the ground that much as, like, let's say a farm.
Gotcha.
Where you
it's
have
just bigger level.
Yeah,
I didn't know if that's why I was kind of wondering if you're in your backyard, is that worth your time?
Like your spring and summer garden versus your winter garden. Your winter garden is going to be mostly like inside a greenhouse or where like it's windowsills, not so much outside in like a bed, because depending on how we do have a winter depends on what they're going to be experiencing. And we get a lot of high winds here, and leafy greens don't do good with high winds. They do better inside greenhouses or inside windows or where they've got a wind block.
Yeah.
And your leafy greens, a lot of people actually grow them in tubs and barrels instead of in the ground and in the garden.
So maybe if you're doing that, and depending on where your garden's laid out, try to shield it from wind. Maybe keep it up in a corner near the house and fence where the wind doesn't necessarily get to that part. That part,
Generally, we tell people east side.
Gotcha.
East side sun, west side shade.
And if you want to do the container gardening, it's pretty cheap. I don't know if Roswell Livestock is still doing it, but they had lick tubs, and that's what the cow minerals used to come in. And they had them stacked because the farmers would bring them back, ranchers would bring them back. Here you go, like they'd get, they did it to us for a while too. They'd bring back the bags. We're like, we don't want these. We can't reuse them. Yeah. Same thing with them. They can reuse. So if you go over there and ask them for a lick tub, how many do you want? Oh, I just need, 2. They'll give you 40, type of deal. It's to get rid of them. Yeah, she left. She did that one day. I'm just going to go check them out. Okay, fine. She came back. The whole back of the truck, I'm like, why? And she was all like, well, the guy just gave them to me. I'm like, yeah, because he doesn't want them.
Maybe you guys just put basically just like they do with the kittens. That you just put a little sign out in front and say "free to a good home." And just keep sending them there.
God.
So a lot of the farmers, when they bring back X amount of lick tubs, they get a free lick tub free. That's why they bring them back.
Oh, really?
Recycling.
Oh, okay.
There's a purpose behind it.
So if you want, it's easy. Especially people that are like limited in space.
Sure.
They're easy to move around. You could drag them over here, drag them over there,
Drill
whatever.
a couple holes in the bottom, throw some rocks
just for drainage.
for drainage.
And they're big. They're not small. They're good size. So I mean,
They're 40
you could
gallon.
put a hardy plant in there.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean,
Multiple.
you know.
And we're talking. I mean, of course, we're talking like vegetables and things. But shoot, if you're wanting trees and plants too, you probably start some trees in these things.
And there's those the DIY people out there. I really hate them because they're so intelligent, and I am so not. They do so much stuff with this stuff.
Sure,
it's great. This one had the bright idea. Well, we're gonna do. She wanted the antique water barrel look and stuff, and I told her it ain't gonna work. And yeah, it is. It's gonna work. It's not gonna work. No, it's not. It's not going to work. It's gonna work. Okay, that's fine. So if you and I explain this just like I explained to my lovely wife, if you plant a plant in a galvanized tub and it gets 110 degrees outside, that heat has to go somewhere.
Sure.
Yeah, she had 4 plants, tomato plants, in it. 3 days later, we had 4 sticks because the heat. So if you are going to do that, insulate it.
Get some ventilation. Get some. Yeah.
Because that stuff heats, and and believe it or not, soil absorbs heat. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah. This is why they take soil temperature and give them. That's why the Ag Center sends those tents out every year.
And you see these people that have these really cool pictures of that. Yeah, most of those flowers, they're fake. Just to let you know, or they don't live in a climate area that gets over 80 to 90 degrees.
Gotcha.
So if you're looking for that, Hobby Lobby.
Colder climate.
Colder climate or Hobby Lobby.
Gotcha.
Great, and then you can have that look. It's outstanding. We learned the hard way.
Well, not everything you watch on HGTV works.
No.
No, it was on Reels.
Well, Reels will put anything on when they run out of autopsy shows and cops reloaded.
Facebook Reels.
Oh, those Reels.
Yeah, those Reels.
Not Reels channel.
No, not Reels channel. No, he watches the On Patrol Live on Reels.
Yeah. I gotta lie, I was a mark for that, but too much of a good thing got me oversaturated. I'm like, all right, I'm just sitting here watching call after call. This is monotonous, man. I gotta stop.
But in honesty, one of my really close friends, he was a PD officer here, and then he was the SO officer, and then he ended up going back home to Texas.
Yeah.
But he always told me, he was all like, you need to try for the police department, John. And I tell him, I don't have the mentality, and I mean that in all sincerity.
You got a lot of patience to
not.
get on.
Yeah, and I have zero.
Yeah.
And you're a combat vet. You do it. No.
Yeah.
No, I don't, because my thinking doesn't correlate with your guys' thinking.
You're like, if you need SWAT people to go wreck stuff, I'm your man.
I'm your man.
But if you want to talk people down and things, I'm not. Guy. Yeah.
If I go into a room and some child or woman is bleeding, the person who did it is going to be bleeding. That's my thinking.
Right.
Sorry. Not, hey, we're going to,
This is why there's the difference between police training and military training.
Yeah.
They do not train for the same mission.
Yeah. Because, police training, you're trained to deal with all this. Military training, a bullet is a heck of a lot cheaper than it is to do all the paperwork.
Well,
so
once you go through basic training, you understand they're building you to be a certain way.
Yeah.
And that's what you're good at.
Yeah.
A lot of other things, not so much. But that's another conversation for another day.
So, what's left for bulbs that they can still plant that's out there? I know it's too late for the tulips. The amethyst?
Amethyst?
I can't say it correctly.
Well, your paper whites came up late.
My paper whites barely got put in water.
I know, but they came up. They're coming up.
Yeah, but they're indoors, not outdoors.
Yeah. A lot of
there's still a ton of paper whites there, FYI.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta have paper whites.
Yeah.
They smell so pretty when they bloom.
Oh, they're adorable.
Might be like, if you want to get into gardening and it's relatively easy and fun and just start with an indoor herb garden.
Yeah.
Like get you some a small, maybe if you want to get something big and do it that way, but literally just start growing some herbs, some sage or something, basil or something. Something like
There's
that.
other herbs people grow indoors
Well,
too.
I mean that one too.
We got fertilizers for that.
Yeah, Roswell can help you there on that one.
Yes,
but,
and soil.
But I was thinking like chia.
A close friend of mine, his when they lived here, his wife, she's one of those DIY people.
Yeah.
And she went to go throw the trash one time, and they threw a pallet. So she ended up taking the pallet and she got it apart. They're not easy to begin with. She got it apart and she built hangers. And basically, they were little herb garden hangers.
Okay.
And she had them in her kitchen. Yeah. So anytime she wanted some fresh thyme or cilantro, she just clip it off. And she was
I
like,
love those. Those are great ideas.
Yeah, but she was like one of those cordon bleu, chefs. Where you just take a sprig.
Like, anything that comes in a jar is like
Satanism. Yeah. She's kind of like her. She can take something and throw it in the toilet and make it taste good. It's kind of like, how do you do that?
Well, that's the beauty is that nothing against Michelin chefs and what they do, but if you can make something delightful out of like a big tub of Velveeta cheese, I'm just saying, who's the genius?
Yeah. It's like it was kind of funny when you think back, because I used to think back and like my aunties and stuff like that. I mean, they cooked with one pot, and made 7-course meals with one pot in a pan, and you're just like, how do you do that? Now you got Chef Clad.
Right.
And, you got this.
I sourced this beef from the Andes Mountains from these cows that only prey at night, and it's like, oh my god.
How did you
Give
get
me my
your
brisket?
Yeah. How did you get your meat? I hit it on the highway at 70.
I mean, they did this whole story. This only breathed the air of the altitude above 12,000 feet, which makes the meat that much softer. Like what?
Yeah.
Give me my meat. I know how to make it softer.
Whiskey's the same way, by the way. All you whiskey snob. This floated on an ocean craft for 1 year in an oak barrel over the Pacific Ocean.
Toasted with honey infused.
That's why I could charge you $1,000 for
this barrel. Yeah.
The macrame hangers still got quite a bit of the.
We still have a couple of those left. Yeah.
And then a couple of the pots to go with it. There's a lot of some big ones, which I have not taken home any yet. But I did a little one and the little ones.
A macrame.
Yeah. They're adjustable macrame hangers.
Yeah, and so if you have different hanging planters and stuff in sizes, they can adjust to different sizes.
Yeah. One size fits most.
Yeah, the ones so we have smalls for small pots, and then we have another one that'll fit medium to large pots.
Gotcha.
And then we have one that'll fit, basically
like my
a
two
tinker.
socks.
Yeah.
The one that'll fit, the plant or the potter, it's going to take two of you to lift up and hang, and it better be mounted into a 4x8.
Yeah, basically, it's like you better have that reinforced.
Yeah,
because that macrame ain't going to break, but I guarantee you your roof's going to come in.
I feel like this is like the sandbags falling on the head at the show kind of deal.
Yeah. Let's see this year. We possibly are going to have a new place to get bees. We're still kind of working on that. Price is still looking about the same as last year. Okay. That's what we're shooting for.
And that's what about springtime frame?
We're going to start taking orders within about the next week.
Okay.
And
so
then,
the orders will start here quick, and then early spring's about when the bees will start.
Typically, it's the first or second
week. But this new one, we're possibly looking towards more towards the end of the month, which I'm not really keen on.
Okay.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, last year when we went to go get bees, we came home to snow.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm not saying we won't do that this time.
Yeah. No. But regardless, if it's not the new place, it's going to be with who we used to prior to Bee Weaver. So once we know who we're going to go with.
Bee Weaver?
Yeah, Bee Weaver.
Yeah, Bee Weaver. Yeah. So the place that we're looking at, they're not local, but they're state local. They're in New Mexico.
Gotcha.
They're a relatively new company. Sounds pretty good so far. Like what I've talked to him a couple times on the phone. He sounds like he knows what he's doing. We're gonna go take a look at it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm taking Mama Bear to go look at it.
And be certain.
Yeah, and so you could go through and she's the one that she puts on the
stamp of approval.
Yeah, the uniform and walks through and his, white glove and all that other stuff.
If you're not keeping your apiary right, then we're not getting bees.
That makes sense. I mean, it's kind of, that's like not that much different in your other job with the pet adoption and everything else. If the you're pulling these animals out of deplorable
Well, I want to make
conditions
sure that we're not transporting bees that have mites or any type of infectious diseases to spread to the local beekeepers here.
Absolutely, and that's this is obviously like this is like the pecans and the pecan weevil. This is the type of stuff you're trying to prevent from happening.
Right.
And that kind of thing. So.
God, I'm so glad you lowered your standards before you got to me. Man, I can only imagine.
He has a point.
Yeah. Just kidding. Can you move the camera for a minute? Shut the mic off. There's going to be a loud sound.
When did you start making good decisions? Is recently? No, I'm kidding.
So, ow! That is elder abuse. No, I'm older than you. Not by much, but I'm still.
The state of New Mexico defines elderly 15 years in difference. You're not 15 years my difference.
Ooh. There you go.
I could act like it.
She looked it up.
Yeah, that's pretty sad that she knows that.
Yeah, I gotta cover bases here. Hold on.
I'll tell you why off air why I know this.
State Ordinance CF 1002-5 states,
I get it. I'm a guy who just carries useless information too. Sometimes you just know things.
It's, and ironically, it's the weird facts that always stick in your head. Like, you read something and you're like, that's really weird to know. And then you can never get it out of your head. But the things you need to retain, you're like, I've read this 30 times. Why am I not remembering it?
Well, this is the part where people start hating you because then you feel the need to share that information with everybody. And you start watching. Did you know that John Smith here really went to there? And you're like, no one cared. It's like, I was watching the new Landman last night. And have you seen it yet?
No.
This ain't spoiling alert or anything, but there's a scene where the lawyer guy is talking to Billy Bob. And they start talking about the Battle of Bunker Hill, and he goes, "Well, actually, the battle occurred on Breed's Hill, and it wasn't Washington wasn't there." And that's when, Billy Bob did Billy Bob on it.
Well, I laugh because it's the stupid commercial when young people are turning into young homeowners are turning into their parents and stuff. And I'm sitting there watching, I'm laughing, but there's been a couple of them. It's like
hitting too close to home.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, and
what's wrong with thanking a guy for giving me good slice of deli meat?
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I mean, the one of the packing of the groceries, that shot out the window. But it's just kind of like I kind of relate to this one right here.
The one I completely agree with is when they're at the gas station and the guy feels need to talk to everybody. Like, stop doing it. I hate that guy. Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
But that's my people. At the end of the day, that's who do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we're people. So, it's like the one that hit kind of close was he's waiting out front in the valet. Yeah. And he asked the guy, "Are you part of the hotel or And I'm like, wow, that's me right there. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, those hit a little too close. Though. A couple of them like, hey, this ain't right.
Yeah.
That's just sage advice right there. The guy's giving you, man. Come on.
I like the one where they're in the coffee shop and he's all, Jan?
Right.
Yan?
Yeah.
And then he's like, you don't work here. And he's like, but she needs her coffee.
Yeah.
Jan?
That's right.
Yan? And I'm like, move, don't touch my coffee.
Well, clearly the barista's not doing their job.
Yeah, true. You help them out.
To handle business.
No, I'm just laughing because, that would be me. Somebody, you have my coffee, thank you.
To be honest, I bet that guy's vet. That's a vet move. All right, get your stupid coffee. Yeah.
But it would be us doing that.
You're holding up the line
But
here.
Crystal would be like, that's not how you spell the bill,
Yeah. Yeah, we're just like, I'm tired of gumming up the works here. Let's get this
expedited. We're trying to move things along. She's got a spelling bee going on. Where do these people learn how to spell? Who cares?
Right.
It says Phoebe. No, it doesn't. Close enough.
That's still one of my favorite bits is the Key and Peele, when they do there's the one that kind of got famous with the teacher and the Ron.
Oh, yeah.
But there's the one where they do like the Sunday Night Football where they do the players are announcing their states and the names just get more and more ridiculous as the day goes on. Those are my favorites still.
I love...
you should hear me trying to pronounce some of the names during the football games. I'm like, that's who?
Yeah.
That's not how that should be spelled. And then I was having fun with the woozy last night. I was like, I'm feeling a little bit of woozy.
Yeah. Have you ever seen like the bad lip reading on YouTube? Oh my gosh.
I haven't seen like one in a minute. Like
they died out, but I mean, I remember.
I kind of look forward to the annual NFL one every year. That's kind of nice.
Oh man.
Something I look forward to.
Well, we could clearly read Aaron Rodgers' lips last night with some of the things he was saying. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, guys in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, say what you will.
Say what you will.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm laughing because he's talking to his own dudes, and he's like,
Yeah, well, they weren't catching the ball.
No, I know.
He wasn't throwing great passes either, but,
I ain't gonna lie.
They were catchable.
I feel kind of bad for that Baltimore kicker. Like,
oh, man.
I feel bad. Like, the guy.
He looked like he was 10 years old and came to work with his dad.
Yeah, he does look like a child, but
yeah.
Maybe that's why I felt bad for him. Like, oh, poor guy.
Poor guy. I mean, he was, because he was crying, you know.
He's like, he's like, I'm going to get fired.
Someone needs an ice cream cone.
Yeah. You can pretty much
say a little bit of squirt of Bailey's in it to make you feel better.
He was bullied, you know. I mean, he knows what's going to happen when he gets into the locker room.
Well,
you know,
kickers are like hockey goaltenders. They're a little crazy.
Yeah,
not as crazy as hockey goaltenders.
They're off on their own. Yeah, they're not really like.
Yeah,
they're not like brought in by the team. Different. Yeah, they're just they're off talking to their imaginary friends.
Goalies are way worse, but kickers have that same id. They're in the same ballpark. Pitchers kind of do too. But nowhere near a hockey goalie. Hockey goalies they're the only people getting 100-mile-an-hour vulcanized rubber shot at them.
Right.
And they're standing in the way on purpose.
They want to.
And they're doing it for fun.
Yeah. I mean,
they're just built different.
Yeah. Goalies talk to things.
But I used to play goalie, so it speaks a lot.
Yeah, y'all talk to things, that aren't there.
Hey,
it's like,
I thank the goalpost many a time.
Oh, I imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the greatest goalpost in the world.
I'm not really by nature a superstitious person, but when I played, I had to come out. I had to hit the boom. I had a certain routine when I approached the net. I'll tell you what it is. This is really sad, but it is. I had the goals. I'm a lefty, so my goal stick was in my left hand. I come up to the left side of the pole. I go inside, hit, outside, top side, underside, inside, outside.
Right.
On the pole. That's my routine. Every time I approach the goal in between periods, when it's my new net, that's how I greet it.
I was laughing because I forgot who it was that they were talking about.
Yeah.
One of the old goalies, and he says right before the puck drop, the whole place would be silent, and they said all you'd hear is his stick just clang, clang.
Ron Hextall.
Hextall, that's right, yeah.
Sexy Hexy, yeah.
And then everybody just stayed, and he said, man, he goes, you just get like this eerie chill the way the sound was.
He was intimidating.
He did
it
purpose.
To intimidate.
Oh, yeah.
Put it this way. Ron Hextall was the Dale Earnhardt of NHL goaltending. He just... He was a decent goalie, but he was salted and all get out.
They made rules because of him.
I'll never forget the moment that he was mad at Chris Chelios, and Chelios skated to the corner. Hextall hauled off and took his blocker pad and assaulted him. Straight up assaulted him in the corner. I was like, wow. Yeah. It was like he was going to wave off, and he just mugged him with the blocker. Oh. Amazing.
I always laugh at that because the goalies are always the protected.
Yeah.
They got the most padding of everybody. Why are they so protected? Who cares?
The only other goalie that I know off the top of my head that was perhaps as evil or as not evil, but as you mess with was Billy Smith. He was a goaltender for the Islanders back when they won their cups in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Billy Smith. Matter of fact, he's the first goalie to be credited with scoring a goal.
Oh, okay.
Several have done it since. He was the first guy to do it. Back when he played for the Colorado Rockies, which they don't exist anymore.
Right.
But Billy Smith was like, I'll never forget. This is when we played for the Islanders. I was watching. They were playing the Flyers, and it was a game on TV, and it was a TV game that you see Billy Smith's in net, and they're showing that end of the ice, and there's a Flyers dude next to Billy, kind of giving them the business, and you see him sitting there, and so the camera cuts away to follow the puck, comes back to that way. Next thing you know, you see Billy Smith still sitting there like this. That dude sprawled out on the ground. Like, you just found out from Billy Smith why you don't do that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
FAFO'd.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got way off tangent on that.
Yeah. But we're probably going to get kicked off air soon.
Yeah, I got about 3 minutes, so we need to wrap up.
I can't think of
it. I was going to go into another story. So
still winter hours, half days on Saturday.
Yes.
Yep.
Monday through Friday.
Probably do that for another month or two here, right?
Yeah,
probably
roughly.
around March, maybe. Probably.
I'm hoping it's going to be a little sooner than March, but just depending. It's going to be depending on the weather.
Yeah.
You know,
it's much like other farming and everything.
Yeah,
else.
Mother Nature.
Weather dictates what we're doing it. So.
If you still want some spring bulbs to plant, possibly could plant them now and they could come up in spring. Don't know. Try it, find out. Ton of bulbs.
Spring. It may not be this spring, but what spring?
Well,
I mean, if you get them in
because he planted some and then they didn't go the first spring, and then the second spring he's like, oh yeah, I forgot we planted those, and we had flowers. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Bonus.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're in the ground. I mean,
sometimes the recipe takes a little longer to kind of congeal there and happen. So, but that being said, if you have any questions about anything, when to plant, when not to plant, hold, what to plant, where to plant it, please don't hesitate. Come by Roswell Seed. That's what they do. This is what they do. And of course, if you're wanting to talk about your lawn and stuff, and you know, they'll be help you. You know, obviously this time of year there's certain types of grasses and things, you just let it do its thing. But you know, there's some, like you said, some pre-gaming you can do to set the table for when you start throwing this stuff down here in a few months.
Little stuff.
Yeah. But anyway, any questions about that? Come by Roswell Seed. That's what they do. Come by or call.
We got free calendars.
All right.
Yeah, and books.
Yeah, the almanacs, right, in that time of the year?
No, we didn't get almanacs this year.
No almanacs this
I don't
year?
know what happened. I didn't do it, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
You know, I left that up to upper management.
I just work here.
I was dealing with the other 63 things that I have to deal with.
Understood. Yeah, bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Or bigger pumpkins to roast or something.
You know, I leave the Carl moments for, you know, up top there.
But, and then, of course, you know, I know it's a little light on holiday seasons, but believe it or not, I imagine you can find a few romantic gifts that I know Crystal would definitely appreciate a few Valentine's Day gifts from Roswell Seed Company. Just saying, there's romance potential there if you think outside the box.
Feeding my roses.
There you go.
Feed.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, Valentine's is coming up.
It is. It is the official next fake holiday.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
You know what's even sadder? I had to go to Walmart over the weekend. They have Valentine's and then Easter side by side. So you got your heart-shaped Reese's and then your bunny-shaped Reese's. And I was like, huh.
So I'm going to get you a bag of compost and manure.
Ooh.
There we go.
All right.
That'll help your roses.
Mm-hmm.
It won't.
It's kind of like coal at Christmas. People are like, you poop on that, but you seen the price of coal right now?
Yeah. You better burn that.
Huh. We'll be cooking.
Right?
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you guys very much.
Well, thank you.
And Happy New Year. And we'll see you guys here. And like I said, if you have any questions, and of course, while Crystal's here, if you're looking to make a loving home for pets, come on by and see them. They've got quite a few that are looking for you like you're looking for them. So,
Yep.
Good deal. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Enjoy the warm weather.
Yeah.
For the next
Go ahead and
hour.
do a sunbathing this afternoon.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to be stripping the long sleeve off.
I'm regretting the long sleeve shirt right now. I'm already like, this long shirt was a bad choice.
Just switchy spots in the mornings.
Yeah, so I'll be shirtless by this afternoon. Sorry, neighbors.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Deposed Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro and his wife have been returned to a New York detention center following their arraignment on narco-terrorism, conspiracy, and weapons charges. They pleaded not guilty to all charges. Health and Human Services out with revised guidelines on childhood vaccinations. Hepatitis and meningitis, RSV, and the flu shots no longer being recommended for every child. President Trump meeting with House Republicans this morning at the Trump Kennedy Center in Washington. He's paid tribute to the late California Republican Congressman Doug LaMalfa. He's died at the age of 65. After announcing he's dropping his re-election bid, delivering a diatribe against President Trump, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz turned on his heels and walked away. The Democrat took no questions from reporters. On Wall Street, stocks in positive territory, and this is SRN News.
Let's catch up on the girls basketball preceding the big game tonight. It's Goddard hosting Roswell. Girls-boys doubleheader starts at 5:30. On the girls' side, Roswell is 8-4. Goddard is 6-7. Roswell did play over the weekend against Centennial. Didn't go as well as the Coyotes would have hoped, losing to Centennial by a score of 67-40. Meanwhile, the Roswell guys were playing last night. Another tough opponent, from Las Cruces. And yeah, Las Cruces got back on track after having just lost its first game over this past weekend. Las Cruces took care of business against Roswell 74-55 last night. Las Cruces 12-1 on the season. Roswell is 7-6 in boys hoops. Jeremy Sombrano for the Coyotes, though, 31 points last night. The sports report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look good for the next couple of days. We do have a storm system that'll roll in Wednesday night and Thursday with some showers. For now, we'll stay sunny. Our afternoon high in the upper 60s, mid-30s to about 40, and a few clouds for the overnight hours. Mix of sun and clouds on Wednesday and mid to upper 60s. We've got a good chance of rain Wednesday night into early Thursday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning. After a strong day for stocks, the Dow rose to a record high. The U.S. actions in Venezuela drove the market. Wall Street sees little stock market risk from that. Energy and defense industry stocks led the gains. Chevron, ExxonMobil, and others rose on the rebuilding of Venezuela's oil industry. But Patrick Dehaan of Gas Buddy says we won't see an immediate change in gas or oil prices from Venezuela because corruption and mismanagement made their oil industry fall apart. A medical industry business owner in Venezuela told me he and his family celebrated all night after Maduro was gone. He said they'd been waiting for that for years. Defense industry stocks rose because of President Trump's willingness to make quick military strikes. Going into this week, there were questions if tech and AI stocks that generated a lot of last year's gains would stay strong, but several did yesterday. Manufacturing declined in December. Affordability will remain a big issue. A survey of business leaders' advice for this year says focus on fundamentals, not frenzy chasing every new trend. With business, I'm Joe Connolly.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
Get a built-in look with a Whirlpool flush mount dishwasher that installs flush with the surrounding cabinets at Bush Appliance in Roswell. A third rack provides space for silverware and hard-to-fit utensils. Plus, this dishwasher meets ADA standards for acceptable design. Shop Whirlpool dishwashers today at Bush Appliance in Roswell. Who you gonna call? Bush Appliance. Stop by 111 West Country Club Road in Roswell or call 575-622-6390. When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas. Ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
It doesn't matter if you've been naughty or nice. Everyone gets our very best price during the year-end sales event at Roswell Ford.
It's the final days to trade up for less during the year-end sales event at Roswell Ford. Last chance for 0, 0, 0. That's 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down payments, and 0 payments till March 2026. Plus, if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, model, miles, or condition. Worried that your credit is on the naughty list? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings, 0 down, 0 APR, and 0 payments till March 2026. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
Interest accrues from date of sale. 0 APR is 1667 per thousand financed on 2025 F-150s. Subject to lender approval. Offers not combined. Select vehicle.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 6,000 fellow Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU Student Success. That's what we're about.
You are 13.8% more likely to die on your birthday. Think about that the next time you want to celebrate your birthday month. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 8:58. Stay tuned next hour around 9:15 or so. We're going to replay our interview we had on the 31st with Commander Lee and Auxiliary President Jen from the American Legion Post 61 family. Just talk a little bit about the new year, what's on tap, a couple events in the year, recap the kind of the holiday here with some of the things they did, and then updates from Memory Lawn Cemetery, their Fort Chaplain ceremony. So we got an update from them. We'll play that for you next hour. Hey, mark this on your calendars. Dion's Pizza. They're having their next community night, January 13th, and it's going to be at Dion's Pizza there on South Main and West Wildey. Tuesday, January 13th, their community night this time will be benefiting Dexter High School softball. So a portion of all your sales between the hours of 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. on January 13th will be donated to the Dexter High School softball team. And great part is you stop by and eat. You're between 5 and 8. Your 10% of your meal cost will go to them, or you can call ahead and order online at Dion's.com or to dine in or pick up as well. All of that will go to support the Dexter High softball team, as long as you do it between the hours of 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. on Tuesday, January 13th. So thank you for supporting our community out there, and a big thanks to Dion's for they do this all the time. Each month they've got several of these. So we'll tell you about them as they happen. All right, it is closing in on 9 o'clock. We'll be back on the other side of news. Town Hall News is up next. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. Don't go away. We'll be back.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Deposed Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro and his wife are back in a New York detention center following their arraignment on narco-terrorism, conspiracy, and weapons charges. Maduro pled not guilty. Many congressional Democrats condemn the capture of Maduro, while most Republicans are saying, well done. And speaking of Republicans, President Trump is now huddling with some of them.
The president will address the House GOP retreat this morning, which is being held at the Kennedy Center in Washington. Lawmakers will be discussing their legislative goals during the all-day retreat and strategizing how to keep their House majority in the midterm elections.
White House correspondent Greg Clugston says Mr. Trump paid tribute to the late California Republican Congressman Doug LaMalfa, who's died at the age of 65. On-duty police officer deaths declined last year.
The National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund says the deaths of on-duty law enforcement officers in the U.S. decreased by nearly 25% in 2025. The drop from 148 deaths to 111 in the one-year period includes decreases in officers killed by firearms, in traffic-related incidents, and in other on-duty occurrences. Officials say that while increased training, better medical resources, and public awareness campaigns account for some of the decrease, others come down to luck. And a decrease in firearm fatalities does not mean fewer people shot at police officers. I'm Hayap Anjwani.
The Department of Health and Human Services is out with revised guidelines for childhood vaccinations, hepatitis and meningitis. RSV and flu shots no longer being recommended for every child. On Wall Street, stocks in positive territory. The Dow is up about 133 points. The Nasdaq ahead 29, and the S&P better by 13. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
Following a nationwide crackdown on criminal gangs, El Salvador's murder rate plunged last year.
When El Salvador's homicide rate was at its peak in 2015, it was considered one of the most violent countries in the world outside of war zones. Today, El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, said the country had gone from, as he put it, the murder capital of the world to the safest country in the Western Hemisphere. Almost 4 years ago, his administration declared a state of emergency and launched a crackdown on the powerful gangs known as Maras. However, NGOs have accused the government of abusing the human rights of detainees.
The BBC's Sophie Glass-Ryan. Activists say the death toll and violence surrounding protests in Iran has risen to at least 35. The figure came from the U.S.-based human rights activists news agency. News and analysis at townhall.com. Nearly 36 residents of Michigan nursing homes have died of suspected neglect or abuse over the past 4 years.
That's according to a Bridge, Michigan review of state and federal records and court documents. Bridge's investigation documented nearly 6,000 cases of abuse, neglect, exploitation, or quality of life and care violations, among the more than 15,000 total citations for violations ranging from incomplete paperwork to poor care. In all, homes have been fined $21.5 million over the past 3 years and have been denied a total of 6,451 days of Medicaid reimbursements. Keith Peters, Washington.
Democratic Senator Amy Klobuchar is reportedly considering a run for governor of Minnesota now that incumbent Democrat Tim Walz has dropped his re-election bid. Roughly a dozen Republicans are already in the race. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelician, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Crazy viernes.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yes, welcome.
Yeah. So, I think I've mostly caught up on like the TV shows that I got behind over with the holidays.
Where is the?
And so yesterday I got a chance to finally watch the 2 episodes, and I'm caught up on the Fallout. That show's so wonderful. I just like that show. It's just I'm bummed when that show, like when the episode's over. I'm like, oh man, I don't know why. I just like that show. There's something about it. It's just entertaining.
I can understand. A lot of times when you have specifically a writer's or a showrunner's style, you can see it and kind of feel it through different shows. Like, I'm a Bill Lawrence fan.
Right.
I like pretty much anything that Bill Lawrence has had his hands in because you can tell. Number one, because there's a specific set of people that he works with.
Right.
And number two, because he's got a very specific way of setting up his style.
Ted Lasso yet.
Ted Lasso and Shrinking are the two that I've held out on. Honestly, and I told this to Jocelyn the other day.
Yeah.
I feel like there's just not enough on Apple TV for me to commit.
Well,
it feels like everything they put out is too artsy and we're trying to be better than you.
They've got a few of those, but some are like for instance, and I'm going to sit down this new Pluribus or whatever it's called, the new
Pluribus,
basically the Breaking Bad guy,
and that's Vince Gilligan,
new show. The people that have seen it say it's excellent.
Yeah,
I've just got to sit down and wrap my head around and start watching it.
Here's the thing that gets me about it. Pluribus to me kind of feels like Severance.
Yeah.
And in the way that a lot of people say they really like it.
Yeah.
But nobody can tell me what it's about.
And that's the part that's got me. And you read I've read the synopsis, I still don't know what it's about.
Right.
I still don't. And so I just got to sit down and say, all right, just turn it on and let it go.
That almost is more appealing to me because it's evergreen. You know, it's like it can make its own presence without me going in with,
But I'm going in with the trust that's like, look, I liked Gilligan's previous works.
I'm putting my trust in your hands, Vince.
The main character in this, I loved her in Better Call Saul.
Rhea Seehorn, yeah.
So all the boxes check. I'm like, this is something I should check out. It's just I got to sit down and push play, and so that's one of those things. But no, they got the Vince Vaughn little mini series called Bad Monkey on there is excellent. They got some good movies like the F1. The Brad Pitt movie.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only place you can watch that for free, I think, right now.
Okay.
Is on Apple Plus. There's a couple other movies like that too that they get that are kind of, but yes, they are the more like the Tom Hanks.
It's kind of the same way that iPhone users feel about me.
Yeah.
How you're just a blue box.
I do, although it gets a little muddy, but their tentpole show when Apple Plus started is
Morning Show.
The Morning Show.
Yeah.
And they just over the last 3-4 months they put out the most recent season.
Right.
So I've been staying up on that one. That one's it's a poor man's Aaron Sorkin show. Is what it really is. It's all right. It's just it's a lot of.
I've had a lot of people tell me it's really good, and a lot of people say that I should try. It's just that whole side of it doesn't really appeal. It's kind of like I fell out of interest with Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip because it was just too serious. It took something that was, lighthearted and jovial and just, it was too serious.
Well, this is serious and salacious.
Okay.
Like a lot of, not like dirty, but it's just a lot of
I know it's
secrets and a lot of
loosely set around the Today Show and the whole Matt Lauer thing.
A lot of relationships to climb the ladder. And so it's like if you watched the other HBO show with the industry, not industry, but the one with basically the guy owns the mega media company and all that, and his
you're talking about
Succession.
Okay,
it's basically like Succession and Studio 60 mixed together a little bit, where it's like it's put it this way, it's not my favorite show, but it's not bad, and when it comes out, I'll watch it.
That's fair.
But it's not like one I'm like, oh, I can't wait for the new season comes out.
Right.
I'm like, oh, they got a new season. All right, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to have to do is maybe my next staycation, because I'm planning on taking a trip in February, so I can't do that. But maybe my next staycation, I can activate my 7-day trial and just watch everything I need to watch, because I don't want to give them my money.
Right.
That's the main thing. I just don't want to give. I don't want to give Apple Corporation any of my money.
I get that. I got mine for free, and then now I think I pay, but like they gave it to me for a year for free, and then they just hook you. You're like, oh, I should cancel that. But then I'm like, oh, I want to see that. Never mind, I'll keep it. So that's what they do. Is just when you get tired of Apple Plus, then they hit you with something like, oh, okay, I'm going to watch that.
I'm just saying, if it keeps getting as segmented as it's continuing to seem to get, I might have to sail the 7 seas, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I might have to swashbuckle a little bit to get the programming that I've been seeking.
Yeah. Well, talk to me. I know.
Anybody who's got some good links out there, just let a brother know. That's all I'm saying. I did read something that was kind of interesting that I wanted to bring up. What if I told you that maybe Stranger Things isn't over yet?
The actual
show series,
not a spin-off, but the Stranger Things proper.
Okay, and this is all pure speculation.
Oh, people are so running rampant with stuff on this show.
People online are going on about this thing called the conformity gate theory. Okay, basically, now spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen the finale. Everybody gone? Okay. It basically suggests that Vecna won the final battle. Then the flash-forward happy ending was an illusion that he crafted, and the real final battle hasn't happened yet.
Wow.
Now, fans think they spotted, this is the thing, they said they spot Easter eggs throughout the show. For example, I didn't catch this, I need to go back and look. All of the students at the graduation have their hands clasped, which is what Henry would do. Mm-hmm. And there's a What's It board game in the background, and Mr. What's It was obviously, the tie-in. So there's also the whole, I guess on Christmas Day, Netflix said, your next happy ending is yet to come or something like that. And it said, #what's next, January 7th. So people are speculating that maybe there's another new episode.
Okay.
I think it's upfront season, and I'm pretty sure that Netflix is just going to say, here's what we have coming for you this year.
We're going to spill the beans on what we're putting out this year.
So I don't know, but a lot of people are saying maybe, part of that is I think that people were unsatisfied with the finale itself.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people say it didn't scratch the itch.
Well, and I got to be honest, and segue here is I haven't heard really people buzz much about a TV show ending like this since Sopranos. Now, Sopranos people were angry. This one, you've got 50-50 angry, happy.
A lot of people are just like, they feel like there was dangling plot
anytime
holes.
You leave semi-open-ended things, which Sopranos did with the Fade to Black,
right.
And then just when Stranger Things, again, this is going to be a spoiler, basically puts the thing in a neat bow, and then they're like, oh, but wait, let's do this little story at the end just to mess with you a little bit.
Yeah, they
to throw in a wrinkle to create what they created, a whole new internet buzz thing. Is she dead? Is she alive? Is this what's going to happen next? So
the one thing I will say, the one dangling plot source or hole that they left there was, if the kids were able to get out, and maybe it's been too much time, I don't know. What about Barb? Remember Barb? Justice for Barb?
Oh, yeah.
Season 1. I think it was Nancy's friend.
Yeah, vaguely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
She was taken, and there was a whole #Justice for Barb thing. How come she couldn't come back out? Did she get? I guess maybe she got blown up. No spoiler. I don't know, but that was to me, and I set this up in my own head. I was like, I wonder if Barb's going to come back. And they even sort of like with the younger group, the younger kids, there was a girl in that group that looked remarkably like Barb. Had the short hair, had the dangly earrings, the colorful windbreak. I was like, is that supposed to be like mini Barb? Or is that like to evoke memories? I don't know. But
Easter egg Barb.
It felt, that was where I was like, man, justice for Barb.
Maybe that's what your January 7th reveal will be.
It's just going to be just Barb.
Barb, still in the underworld, upside down world.
That's the spinoff, is her trying to find her way out.
The connection's been lost. She's still there.
So I also heard a thing that the whole series is based off of an incident. It's called the Montauk incident.
That sounds familiar, but I don't know what it is.
I have to do more research on it. I think there's like a documentary about it, but that was actually, from what I gather, the name of the show before Stranger Things. Like the original name of the show, the working title was Montauk.
Okay.
And Hopper even mentions it at the end when him and what's her face are talking about moving, and he said maybe Montauk. And so there's speculation that's setting up to do an actual tell the Montauk story.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
These people, the unluckiest people in the world, they go to Montauk and this all goes.
There's exactly. You sure do know how to pick them, Hop.
You know, this is right up there with Kevin from Home Alone's parents. They should not be parents at this point. I mean, there's 3 movies and you're leaving this kid behind.
You guys are terrible. If you're going to do a lesson learned for the second movie, if you're going to do a head count, make sure they're facing you.
Yeah, child services get involved at some point of this thing. All right, we should get the hour going. Yeah. We're going to replay our interview we had with our American Legion Post 61 family, just giving an update and talking about coming up here in 2026. Before we do that, though, let us get you up to date on the weather.
Weather this hour brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment. Hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look good for the next couple of days. We do have a storm system that'll roll in Wednesday night and Thursday with some showers. For now, we'll stay sunny. Our afternoon high in the upper 60s, mid-30s to about 40, and a few clouds for the overnight hours. Mix of sun and clouds on Wednesday and mid to upper 60s. We've got a good chance of rain Wednesday night into early Thursday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 46 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 35%. Winds are calm at the moment. We are looking at mostly sunny skies today, mid-60s, 66 officially our high. Winds will be out of the south at around 5 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy and an overnight low of 37. Winds will be calm. Wednesday, mostly cloudy. Temps about the same, 66 for a high. Winds will be out of the southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday night, we're looking at a 60% chance of rain showers. They say till about 11 p.m. Cloudy early, then as the overnight progresses, the clouds will also start clearing. Overnight low of 39 degrees with southwest winds at around 10 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny skies, a high of 63 expected. A little breezy, west winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Thursday night, clear with an overnight low of 33. The winds on Thursday bring cooler temps for Friday and the weekend. Sunny and 51 on Friday. Friday night, going to be chilly. Clear, overnight low of 20. Saturday, sunny and 52. Saturday night, chilly, clear, overnight low of 20 once again. Sunny and 54 on Sunday. And then 57 and sunny on Monday when you head back to work and school there. All right, 19 minutes after 9 o'clock, we're going to take a quick commercial break, then our interview with the American Legion Post 61 family. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency.
At Martine's Capital Cafe, come in and enjoy a delicious variety for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Try our burritos, huevos rancheros, asado, chorizo, sausage, flantas, fajitas, chili rellenos, quesadillas, enchiladas, sopapillas, and don't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger and so much more. Everything is prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients. Martine's Capital Cafe. Quality, value, tradition, and the most delicious New Mexican food since 1989. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th Street in Roswell.
Ready, set, hurry on down to Tate Branch Roswell, where we finish first. Experience the Tate Branch difference here at Tate Branch Roswell, where business is done the Tate Branch way with honesty and integrity to deliver an exceptional customer experience. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are priced to move and are backed with a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's all backed by friendly hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head on down to Tate Branch Roswell right here here at 2000 West 2nd Street and drive home happy today. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the world-class experience you have been waiting for.
Artesia General Hospital presents ways to keep your home healthy this winter. Picture it, your home on a cool evening. The heater's humming, the family's cozy, and everyone is staying healthy because you planned ahead. Start with flu shots for the whole family and remind the little ones, washing hands is a superpower. Next, balance those holiday meals. Add roasted veggies, swap sugary drinks for water, and enjoy rich foods in smaller portions. And while you enjoy that warm indoor air, remember, your skin needs care too. Moisturize daily, run a humidifier, and drink plenty of water. A healthy home makes for a joyful season. These healthy living reminders are brought to you by Artesia General Hospital, ready to help take care of you and your family.
A Greek-Canadian man invented the Hawaiian pizza. His name was Tex Colorado, and he was from Detroit. Here's Mike Winters.
American Legion Post 61. Legion Post 61 family. Commander Lee is back with us. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all of the above.
Feliz Navidad.
Yeah.
Nuevo Año.
Absolutely. It's kind of that quiet but busy time of the year where everything's down. But
for me, it's completely quiet, and I get to do all my long-haired stuff. So I got to rewrite all the website codes for all the websites, spruce it up, get it working a little bit better.
Nerd housekeeping.
Nerd housekeeping. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
Very good. But, of course, as we kind of turn our attention to the new year here on New Year's Eve, of course, it's kind of an exciting year ahead, I think, for American Legion Post 61.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Of course, our next meeting is not going to be tomorrow.
No, correct.
We don't meet on holidays. So it's going to be January 8th. But the last word I received from Don was he was successful in combining the two properties. So now it's not 603 and 605, it's just 605.
Nice.
Which will facilitate a few changes as well with the new building, because now we don't have to worry about easements and
it's one
things
property
of that nature. It's one property. And
one utility bill, one,
Yeah, so we can combine all those. But things are moving along.
What happened to 604? If it was 603 and 605.
604 would be on the other side of the street.
I gotcha.
That would be like farmers market.
That's right. I was thinking about, I forgot even and odd sides there, because I'm like, where'd 04 go? It just get kicked out.
It's like WD-40. What happened to 1 through 39?
Now they're all going to be wondering what happened to 603.
Yeah.
They'll be going on.
603 is pretty much history.
That's the address you give people when you really don't want them to find you.
Yeah, well, we thought we were going to have two addresses, and we were going to have one for the
cemetery
cemetery and the
office.
Business office and stuff, and then we've decided, no, it's easier to consolidate, so we got that going.
Good deal. But I think I'm hoping, certainly, at some point this year, we might actually have a meeting space on that facility there.
Well, let's hope.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I keep getting contacted to rent the hall out. Well, we haven't built the hall yet.
Hey, we'll take bookings, but we got to build it first.
Yeah.
If you build it, they will come. That's what
Well,
I learned that in baseball.
That's what they said about
Field
baseball.
of Dreams.
Yeah. I remember that one.
But but we're excited. I think this is kind of we're looking for our permanent home here. But I mean, it's going to be a busy year of already our normal schedule of activities and things like that too.
Yeah, we got so much plans. We just don't have any push through just yet. But once that happens, I think it's going to be rather quick.
Absolutely. By the way, for those tuning in on the radio, Jen, our auxiliary president, joining us on the radio as well. Good morning.
Morning.
Merry
Sorry,
Christmas,
I'm
Happy
late.
New Year, all that good stuff.
She was able to stealthily move in.
Yes.
Like a ninja.
Yeah. I keep getting accused that I'm a ninja because I keep disappearing. I'm walking with a couple of people, and then they're like, "Where'd Jen go?" I'm like, "Well, it's my ninja powers."
And ninjas never admit they're ninjas.
Right.
I mean, you're not going to say, "I'm a ninja." You got me. I'm a ninja.
Yep.
They're going to deflect. Smoke screen.
I got a ninja that's in my house, a little Cleopatra.
Oh, yes.
My black ninja kitty.
Yeah.
I got a little mini blender. It's a ninja.
I got one of those too.
Well,
Pretty
that
useful.
cat has become a real terror of late.
Well, we have a new addition to our home. So
Yeah, I saw that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, Reba, she's a redhead.
Yeah.
And she's fiery.
I bet. I've always wanted an orange kitty
But she's
cat.
doing great. She's melding in and getting used to. Of course, it's been a little crazy because we took her to Albuquerque with us and all. So she's just when she's getting settled in her home, it's like, all right, let's go. We're gonna go do something else. But now she's back home and kind of getting there.
And then realized you traveled with your cats.
We normally don't, but because she's so new to the house, and we didn't want to leave her alone in the house. We didn't trust her yet for her own devices, so we brought her with us.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But you know what though? After a couple days later, I think we'd be probably okay. She's figured out the routine. She knows where the poop boxes are. She knows where the food is.
There you go.
She knows how to harass the other cat. We're fine.
Yeah. A cat's life. There you go.
So, like I mentioned, Legion-wise, our meeting is next week.
Yeah, love to come. You want to come meet or come see us or come learn about us? That'd be a good time to visit.
January 8th, 6 p.m.
Yeah, because tomorrow
Chamber of
we're all
Commerce. And then end of this month, we'll be up in Albuquerque for midwinter conferences.
Yeah.
So we'll be freezing our butts off in Albuquerque as opposed to Roswell.
Yep.
And then on the 6th, we have Fort Chaplain at Roswell.
the 6th of February, yeah.
6th of February, yes, correct. Not January 6th, February 6th.
February 6th. So that's like 1:15, I think, in the afternoon.
Yeah, and we would, of course, we hope the students of the Roswell High choose to join us there, but the public is also invited to the event, so you can come.
We're going to be at the Roswell Little Theater.
Yeah, which has actually got its own entrance. If you go to the main entrance of Roswell High, they're right, I guess, to your left. You'll see the entrance to the Roswell Little Theater
on the,
there.
east side.
Not Community Little Theater, that's up the street. The Roswell Little Theater, Roswell High Little Theater.
Yeah, that's not confusing.
Yeah. But and that'll be February 6th. We'll remind you, obviously, between now and then, but you can put it on your calendars here and put on your...
it's not super long, but it's definitely worth seeing.
It is, and it's a great message, and it's the four chaplains and the sacrament. We've talked about it many times here.
We did have a very wonderful turnout for Reach Across America.
Yes, we did.
I want to push that out there.
And we're so glad that thanks to one particular donor, we were able to
pretty much 2 years of taking care of them.
Yeah.
Well, we still need a few more for next year, so don't.
Well, a little short.
Well, the more wreaths we get, the more we can give out and broaden our footprint a little bit.
Yeah, but we were pretty excited. We actually made goal this year. So thank you very much, Roswell.
Yep,
absolutely.
And plus it's cool to see. It's
it
just
is
to me to see when you go there and you see all the wreaths at the various
green out there,
headstones or footstones out there. And it's just
not long after New Year's we'll be going back out to pick them up.
Yeah, we don't leave them there.
We have a brand
maybe
new...
if we had actually had grass, maybe we could use it as mulch, but we're not there yet.
Not yet.
We have a brand new flag. We haven't had a chance to put it up. The last time we were there, we didn't have a ladder, and because we need a ladder to get over that light, which isn't working, so we got to get that fixed.
Yep.
But once we get those two pieces,
and we got a storage facility for our tractor when it's ready here.
We do. Yep.
So that's going to be a big push into helping with maintenance and upkeep out at the cemetery.
Yeah, we're hoping to paint it.
Yeah. We're not sure what we're going to paint it, but I'm fairly sure hot pink is not on the list.
No.
Fairly sure.
Well, it certainly won't be camouflaged.
I know when I was in high school, when we did our graduation painting on the water tower, we did it in 20-foot high letters in neon green, and that pretty much ended the painting of the water tower.
Oh, nice. You guys ruined it for everybody else.
We ruined it for everybody else.
Maybe we can go like Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote style and paint like the side of a mountain and a tunnel on it.
Hey, that might be fun.
That'd be kind of cool. We do a 3D kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like, is it there? I don't know. Let's go through that tunnel and find out.
Roswell's black hole.
Unfortunately, we'll probably see a lot of dents on the side of the trailer.
No, door's on the other side. My bad.
But we, all joke aside, we do thank the folks that made that happen through their donations and things. This is, we as a American Legion have taken on the task of keeping that cemetery going and upkeep. And we got a lot of work to do. I'm proud to say, though, it is light years better than it was a couple of years ago.
Well, and we got that tractor coming. I just haven't got the word yet. I got to go down and sign for it. But that should be any moment.
Do you get to drive it home from Bitter Lake all the way out to
No, it's going to have to be on a trailer because it's not running right now, and it's got to go immediately into the John Deere shop.
Gotcha.
Well, Bitter Lake actually is not only volunteered to donate the tractor to us, but take it to the John Deere place for us, and then we pick it up from
Good
there.
deal. So they're going to drop it off, and so we don't
very
pick
grateful.
up an actual working tractor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We got to get it in working order, and it'll be good for this season.
And if John can't get to it, Bob Deere, any of the other Deers can get
John, Bob,
yeah,
Frank,
George, somebody.
Frank,
Theodore Deere.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Yes, dear.
Well, you're just full of it today, aren't you?
Yeah, he must have got some good sleep.
He must have got something.
Yeah. Well, I'm off tomorrow, and I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm going recluse tomorrow. It's been a couple of weeks. I'm ready.
You're gonna turn into a spider.
Ready for some me time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think one of my favorite things of the Wreaths Across America event that we did was we had so many high school students come out.
Yeah.
So we did the veterans in the classroom at Roswell and Goddard.
Just showed up,
and Goddard came out in good numbers. It was wonderful to see so many taking an interest.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's great to see the young folks
It was awesome.
coming and investing their time and seeing, paying a little homage to those that came before them.
Yeah, they came and they stayed for the ceremony and
yeah, they put out
helped out
wreaths.
with all the wreaths.
And they got young backs and strong legs. So,
Oh, yeah.
So they can hit the way I went out in the corner.
Yeah.
Of the center.
And then we
They
ran
did,
down
too.
to McBride.
Yeah.
And we put a few down there.
Yeah.
This year.
That's great. Yeah, I'm so glad we were able to do that this year. Again, thank you to our donors.
And I did talk to Ruben down at South Park / McBride. And he says nobody's covering them, so maybe we'll start covering McBride.
We'll have to talk to Wreaths Across America and see if we can.
I already did. I talked to him
you did?
already.
Okay.
All I got to do is get permission from Ruben, which we already have, and
Oh,
Well, I
right.
like it.
We're rocking and rolling.
the end
Nice.
of the end of story.
That's right. We're spreading like a rash.
Well, I don't know that I'd use that analogy, but way to bring us down here. Way to bring us down.
See, and I was thinking it was more like Santa Claus, good cheer and.
Well, to me, that's the perfect veteran. We're going to come through, but there's going to be a little stank on it.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. This is New Year's Eve, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
I hope he's better next year.
Yeah. Me too. But joking aside, we do appreciate everyone going. And yes, I'm glad. I hope we can get more people, because obviously if we take on McBride, other people are gonna, because maybe that's where their relatives are, and so they're gonna feel more like I need to contribute there.
Right,
It's
yeah.
gonna be one of my relatives that's gonna receive one of them.
Yeah, we haven't announced it official yet, but we're working on it.
Good deal.
Yeah.
And of course, we're always looking for more Legionnaires and auxiliary and sons to be a part of our little family as well too. And if you honorably served in the military between now and Pearl Harbor, then you are eligible to be in the American Legion.
Yeah.
If you are a spouse of a honorably serving veteran, you are eligible to be a part of the auxiliary.
Yep.
And if you're a son of a honorably served veteran, then grandfather, yeah, then
father, grandfather, or
Yeah.
what have you.
and you're eligible to be a part of our sons. So
Yeah, I'm actually the granddaughter and sister of veterans.
there you go. So that's where your auxiliary
Yeah,
status.
my father served and my grandfather served, he served during World War One.
Gotcha. Which
And
gets
then-
your son status. And,
Right. Well, my father was Korean War, but and I've got uncles that were, well, they've passed, but they were in World War II and Vietnam.
Gotcha. Yeah. For me, my son's was my dad's Air Force, my grandfather's Navy. So
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
he was World War II.
So you have a little bit of a power struggle there.
Well, and you want to even throw some more wrenches in the work. My uncle's Army. No Marines in the family, weirdly enough. They're either Army Navy or Air
That's
Force.
kind of be thankful.
And to be honest, my dad was kind of the redheaded stepchild on that one because Grandpa being Navy and Air Force,
Yeah.
But he was, he
wanted to do the newfangled
I do what
thing.
I want. I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then I had another uncle Navy too. So, but yeah. Matter of fact, weirdly enough, the uncle that went in the Army went to the Naval Academy.
Well, that's interesting.
But things
It
he
didn't
was a
work
young
out.
man in college who did college things, and they said, we don't need you at the Naval Academy. Thank you, God bless.
Yeah.
And then he went in the Army.
Gotcha.
And then he retired as a light colonel in the Army.
Oh,
And
cool.
then, he did it. He did it up. Made Army Navy game fun with my uncle.
Oh,
and,
I would imagine. Yeah.
and I was the redheaded stepchild. And I went, go Air Force. It's like they're not even playing.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you qualify, come. Like I said, we always meet the first Thursday of the month. However, that New Year's Day is the first Thursday, so we're going to push it back a week this next time. So it'll be next Thursday, 6 p.m. at the Roswell Chamber of Commerce.
Right.
All are welcome to come.
And the auxiliary is going to start up our Thursday night fabric fun nights again on the 15th.
Very good. So they'll be a week behind that. then.
Yep.
So.
And there's going to be a big push to do the charity bears.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Yeah, I imagine it's been a minute, so they're probably getting a little depleted at the
Could be, yeah.
at the various sheriff's offices and EMS and various places we drop.
Yeah,
them off.
because I know the holidays can be a little rough for some families.
Well, I just saw LT yesterday. I should have asked him. But anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, and of course and to be honest, if you're just a crafty person, just come on Thursday. If you
Yeah, you don't have to be a member. You're welcome to join us.
We're just doing if you just
Bring your scissors, your sewing machine, and good ideas.
And American Legion it's as much as a social group. It's a service organization, and we help the community and with a special niche for our veterans.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, it's as much a social thing. We want camaraderie, hanging out socially. And,
if you support community, veterans, and kids, you're welcome to join us.
Yeah, it's kind of our bag, man.
Right, exactly.
And of course, we look forward to exciting things here in 2026 once we get our permanent home ready here.
It's going to be a grand party when we do that grand opening.
And I'd like to knock on wood, that before 2026 ends, we'll be doing that here. So.
I hope so.
Yeah, of course, we are beholden to many other powers that be.
Yes.
Contractors.
And as we all know.
Weather. Contractors. It's
been in the work for 2 years.
Red tape. Contractors.
Been in the works for 2
Acts of
years.
God
Hopefully, it won't be 3.
Yeah, but we're excited, and we're hoping that we will be a good asset to that part of the neighborhood.
Exactly, that's our goal.
What else do we want to cover here? Scholarships things. It is that time.
I got one applicant out of NIMI. I have not contacted him yet, but we need to find out what his long-term goals are because he didn't specify.
Yeah, if you want to give us money, we need to know what you're going to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably will get more funding for 2 more, but we're 3 behind right now.
Okay.
So,
but if you go to our website, which as Lee had mentioned earlier, he's in the process of
I already did it.
Doing nerd housekeeping on that.
Nerd housekeeping's done.
Yes, he's been working very hard on it.
RoswellLegion.org. You can go there and you can learn all about us and Memory Lawn and our passion projects that we support and get behind. But also that's where you'll find the link to our application for our scholarship. If you have a student, active duty veteran, attached to a veteran, that's going to school in either
military adjacent.
Yeah, military adjacent. And if you're going pursuing a STEM related degree plan or first responder, EMS, law enforcement type, then this scholarship is for you.
STEM or even welding and stuff like that we paid for.
Well, you use math and science in that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, STEM kind of is a very broad
It
brush.
is very broad, yeah.
But basically, if you're a immediate family veteran, you yourself are a veteran, that's who can. Now, uncle twice removed, all right, that's a bit steep.
And apparently that's actually a thing. I actually looked it up because everybody says, uncle twice removed. It's a thing.
I've never grasped my head around the removed part.
Apparently it's like your great aunts and uncles, their kids are somehow removed. I don't know.
Well, who removed them?
I couldn't tell you.
Divorce.
That's what I'm wondering. Is this like we were married by marriage? We were, and now they're divorced. So
No,
we're
it's
removing
just-
you. I don't know. Yeah, I never got that.
Well, it's like my first cousin had kids, so I guess they're my first cousin once removed. Yeah, I don't get it either, but apparently it's a thing. So there you go. Your EFI for today.
Either way, if you're removed, you don't qualify.
Yeah, unfortunately that's true.
But if it's your mother or father or brother
Well,
or sister,
I don't know
or
how
something,
that works, because if you weren't removed and you signed up, do we kick you out? I don't think so.
Well, I guess what
I think
we
it
know
kinda
doesn't hurt us, but
makes a difference who's on first. You know?
Right. I would say go show up at the Thanksgiving, but I don't think you qualify for the scholarship.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm removed, but I'm still eating turkey. You know what I'm saying?
Well, sign up before you become removed, and then you'll be fine.
It's like, I'm a puffle.
I'm a puffle.
Yes, paid up for life.
No, sorry, that was inside baseball.
Yeah.
But please go to the website, learn about our scholarships. If you'd like to make donations, we'll gladly accept your money for various things. If you just give us a general fat check, we'll use it for where we see we need it best at particular moment. But if you want to earmark it for memory lawn or for scouting or for scholarships or whatever, we can make that happen.
We donate heavily to children's things, mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we donated a bunch of
Casa
games
Kids,
to
Roswell
Assurance Home.
Refuge, Assurance Homes, that sort of thing. We also do external stuff like child welfare
Mm-hmm.
and things like that.
Of course, we're also kind of in the 250 thing right now, so we're collecting canned goods and things like that.
I haven't gotten any update from the chamber if anybody's dropped off any cans or anything.
I haven't heard either, to be honest.
But the Chamber of Commerce is collecting for us. So
Yes.
if you got 250 of anything, basically give us a call.
And if they're not getting, and reach out to us or through our website, and we'll make sure somehow.
Well, it doesn't have to be 250 because we're just that's our goal.
Yeah, that's the end game. You don't need. You're not on the hook for all 250. That's our end
unless
game.
you want to donate like 250 pennies or something.
Yeah.
Which please don't, because I don't want to count them all.
Well, at least put them in the roller.
Yeah, hey, that would work. There you go.
Actually, the banks don't like that anymore.
No?
No, the first thing they do is break them open, put them in their counting machine.
Well, that's their problem. They're a bank.
I
and,
guess.
that's money, and that's what's your job. You
No,
take
I
my money.
suppose,
and
But I
take
don't know if anybody's going to have 250 pennies anymore because
Bank
we
can
don't
take your
make
cash.
pennies anymore.
Yeah, they're
A lot
rare
of people are
commodity now.
hoarding them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to that big corn star. Just going to walk up there, baller style, and that coin star at the grocery store.
With all your pennies. Yeah.
Bring in the wheelbarrows, boys.
Selling for scrap metal.
Right.
Mostly zinc.
Well.
Yeah. But anyway, I keep getting sidetracked here. Visit RoswellLegion.org to learn more about us. If you want to donate, like I said, if you just give us money, we'll use it for wherever we need it, whether it's to help a vet need at that moment or to purchase supplies for our thing or whatever. But if you say, hey, I'd like for this to go to Memory Lawn, no worries.
That's where it'll go.
Where we'll go. Yeah, and we can definitely use that. Once we get our tractor working, it ain't got no gas in it. We need to get gas money, and it's going to take the maintenance and upkeep. And ultimately, we've got big plans to do things out there, and big plans cost bucks. And so we're
and the bigger the plan, the bigger the bucks.
Huge project. We'd like it to be the water project, but that's $100,000
plus.
We're going to need a lot.
We need a few projects to raise that kind of scratch to get to that.
Columbarium is going to run probably $30,000 total.
And it doesn't need water. So
probably
that's
$10,000 for the concrete and $20,000 for the columbarium. But then at that point, we will be much more versatile.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then in turn, that raises more money, which in turn helps with irrigation, which you see how
it's
this
all
works
kind
here.
of a snowball effect. Yeah.
So if anybody would like to donate to the 501c13 for the columbarium or the 501c13 for the water project, let us know. All that money gets earmarked for those projects, and they cannot be spent on anything else.
Yep.
We need to start collecting money for that. The other thing, too, is we wanted to put a Gold Star monument out there. Again, that's going to be around $10,000. So anybody want to donate money in those three veins, let
Absolutely.
us know.
Well, I mean, if nothing else, we need to paint the container. So.
Absolutely. And that's another thing, too, is volunteers here as the weather gets warmer. We're going to be doing more work out there. Like I said, we got some painting projects and some other things, but it'll be weeding season before we know it. And,
yes.
And so we're going to need volunteers and, always, at least monthly, there's cleanup events or something like that going on. So,
Yep.
So another great way to get involved, too. And, that's a great family project, too. It's like a Wreaths Across America when we see the younger folks out there.
Yes.
It's equally cool when you see the younger folks out there helping, grooming them around the cemetery, weeding and doing.
The
And,
other thing
during the
is
summer-
somebody damaged one of the monuments out there, so we got to replace the hands.
Yeah, that was done a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and during the summertime is the major growing season. So if your kids are bored twiddling their thumbs and they're driving you nuts, have them come out and help.
Chase weeds out at the
Exactly.
at memory lawn. But and then of course if you or your organization saying, hey, I see what these guys are doing, I'd like to see if we can partner together, please reach out to us through the website. We're always looking for new opportunities to
Or you can always call us too.
Yeah, absolutely.
575-268-0220.
Yeah.
Or email me at commander@roswelllegion.org, or if you want it more generic, post@roswelllegion.org.
Good deal. Either way, Lee sees it all.
True. Very true.
Pretty much.
The benefits of being webmaster.
That's right. All the strings come to one from the puppet go right up.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little issue from recently, our Google Voice account, which is the 268-0220 number, sometimes they delayed in notifying me that there's a message.
Oh.
So sometimes it takes up to a week for me to get the message.
So if you don't hear from us in a few days, call back.
Yeah.
We're not trying to ignore
We'll
you.
get that message from Google 2 days after.
Yeah, I don't know what's
Right.
up. I don't know what's up with Google, but they have not been.
I guess
Johnny on the
stick
spot, huh?
lately.
Maybe their squirrels are on Christmas holiday. I don't
Could be.
I don't know, but we would love to grow our Legion numbers and having more folks get involved. So join us again. January 8th will be our next meeting. Go to roswelllegion.org to learn more about all what we do and what we're all about. And obviously, another year. I know it's less just under a year out, but we're going to be talking about veterans parades and all that. If you're interested in being a part of those things, we'll start meeting.
Yeah, you probably
and
won't
talking.
start that till May.
But now's the time to kind of put yourself on the radar and say, hey, I would really like to, if I'm going to be part of the veterans, yeah, come on down. And when we start
And bear in mind, you can sponsor us for anything all throughout the year. I mean,
Absolutely.
the Veterans Day Parade is just one.
Sure.
of the
It's one of those
items.
things that a lot of people have eyeballs on.
Right.
Yeah.
And you will get announced as being a sponsor for the Veterans Day Parade, no matter when you donate during the year. So
Absolutely.
if you're still thinking about donating from last year, we take the money year round.
It is the end of the year, and if you're looking for those little tax shelters there before tax, I know we're down to hours here, but we'll take it.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll take it.
Yeah, it would have to be electronic at this point
Yeah.
because the banks will close at 6 today. And
Well, if there's a will, there's a way.
it's going to be the end of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking if somebody said, I want to give you $10,000, we'd make a way to find
It's like,
it.
well,
Yeah.
we'll
We make
find a
it
hoop to
happen.
jump through to make that happen. Maybe several hoops.
Yeah.
But and again, we do thank everyone that has supported us this past year and over the years here, and
because
continue to do
we
so.
can't do it without you guys. We really do appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're just, like I said, looking for bigger, better, exciting, more things on the horizon for our American Legion.
Oh, yeah. Just thinking
161
about the
family
building
here,
makes me do a happy dance.
Yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be fun to see what's coming up next. And now's a good time to get involved and be a part of it while we're still raising the rafters.
Exactly. You can help us choose paint colors.
Exactly. That's right. Not everything has to be blue or olive drab. Just saying.
Yeah. Very true.
Well, I got more than the Navy in there.
Battleship gray.
Even the Marines got multicolored uniforms.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, at least we can slip some red in with the Marines.
Red,
and then we-
Right, there you go.
Red and blue.
What's Space Force colors? I mean, is it
Same
black?
as the Air Force.
Is it same as the Air? Black, blue, whatever it is. I have no
Yeah.
Blue
idea.
and white.
Something like
I
that.
just started thinking. I was like, I have no idea what this is.
Actually, I saw something about it. It's still Department of the Air Force.
Oh, so they're
really?
still our stepchild.
I think what it is similar to the Marines, which is still part of the Department of the Navy. So I think it's the same setup.
Well, we're talking technically, if the Space Force is the Air Force's kid, that would make the Army its granddad or grandma.
Pretty much.
Very true.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We
all know
Uncle Eddie, Mr. Marine and Navy.
We all know that in 1947, the aliens came down to Roswell, and they took all the people out of the Army that could read and write, and they created the Air Force.
And on the 8th day, God created the Air Force.
That's right. Well, it was kind of the 8.5 day, but it's not being technical.
And speaking of Air Force, we had the air show come out, right? The races and everything.
And
we still have coins. So if you guys missed out and you're kind of wondering, well, bummer, I missed it. You still have a chance to get a few coins.
Get some. They make great gifts, or obviously keep
I got a few
momentum.
left. Yeah.
Yep.
And if,
not a ton, but I got a few.
And if there's going to be one for next year, and that one goes the way, then it goes back in the vault, like those Disney movies.
Oh, yes.
Get it now before it goes back into the vault.
Yeah.
Then we raised the price to $55 and call
There you
it
go.
a day.
Hey, when the Blue Angels show, Thunderbirds, I'm sorry, it's Thunderbirds this year. When they show up, you get to charge more.
Hey,
We get the Thunderbirds this year?
Yeah, Thunderbirds are going to be one of the features of this year's air races.
Cool.
So.
That's too bad.
Why is that too bad?
Well, they're like the worst ones. I mean, I'm in the Air Force, or was in the Air Force, but I'll tell you that the Thunderbirds are like the worst of the bunch. The Blue Angels, which are Navy, they're better. And then, of course, the best,
show itself is the same.
The best one in the world is the Red Arrows. We all know that.
The Blue Angels and Thunderbirds, the show's pretty much the same. The only
They're both
difference
really
is
good.
One's got F-18 Blue Jets, the other's got white F-16s, and the Air Force don't have a big fat Joe or whatever they call that.
Right, but
C-130
the problem with the Air
rockets.
Force is they crash more often than anybody else.
Oh, I'm not trying to play who's worse, but I've seen a few Blue Angel do.
Well, there's been a couple over the years, but
Well, they're not
mostly-
going to do that here in Roswell because it's
No.
good weather and safe flying.
And then, by the way, I know the Thunderbirds. They're home out of Nellis in Las Vegas. I think the Blue Angels are out of Florida, aren't they? Pensacola or something.
I think.
Yeah,
I think they're Pensacola.
Yeah, I
is
think
their
that's
home
where.
base.
And so that it's a dry heat. I've actually been to there.
You had to work that into the conversation.
I've actually been to the Thunderbird setup out there at Nellis when I was in the Air Force with the Stealths. We had to go spend 2 weeks in Nellis for basically blowing up barrels in the desert to make generals excited event. And so we were hanging out in Vegas for a week, but they set us up right near where the Thunderbirds compound is. I've never seen tools that actually get used that look like they're brand new. Even their toolboxes were spit polished shine.
Wow.
Their tools were like, do you even do work with these things? How do you do? I think they got a guy that just cleans their age equipment. And I'm like,
well,
you could eat off their
killed
Dash
me
60.
was
I mean, come on.
when I was at Offutt Air Force Base, they had a portion of the flight line dedicated to General Chain and his airplane. And everything was brand new and looks like it'd never been used.
Yeah.
Everything. They were polishing the bottom of this airplane, which was stainless steel. And it just killed me because, if it doesn't have dirt on it, how do you know if it's been worked? You don't even know if it works.
I don't think the mechanics are allowed to get dirty. Like, I think as soon as a smudge gets on it, change your jumpsuit. And then they go, clean it around and change your jumpsuit.
I mean, that's not the real Air Force right there, let me tell you.
I was just walking, I was like, wow. Like the hangar floor has no dirt marks. How does this even exist?
I
It's
know.
like, I'll just
I know.
put this in a vacuum bubble. How does this even happen?
I think they were using the floor buffer on the flight line,
I think those jets get about that much work and they spend the rest of the day cleaning things. That's what I think.
Yeah, well, you see a lot of them out there polishing all
I'm
the
proud
time.
to be a part of the Thunderbirds. What'd you do? I cleaned the floors. I scrubbed toolboxes. I shined the coffee pots.
But that could be true to anyone in the Air Force.
That's true.
You spend 90% of your time cleaning up after everybody else.
How'd you get your thunder chicken? Cleaning coffee pots.
That's right. That's right.
All right, we better wrap this up. I just saw the time.
Well, you do get distracted.
You know what? we are Air Force. We can bash Air Force. We're allowed. It's.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
You know.
But that being said, Thunderbirds are awesome. Don't me get started. I'm equally excited about the Thunderbirds as I am the Blue Angels. So
I will go to see the Thunderbirds, but it's not my preference.
And Air Force jets are cooler than Navy jets. I'm sorry. The only advantage is they can land on boats. But out of that, our planes are way cooler.
Of course, in 1968, they did have somebody land a C-130 on an aircraft carrier.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
But in all fairness, because of that ability to land on boats, Navy jets are way heavier. They weigh more stout, which means they're way slower than Air Force jets.
Well, you know.
Is that what it is?
It is.
Oh, okay. I think there's some naval aviators out there that may dispute that.
Oh. I give you the F-22, and y'all can sit down and bow. Thank you very much. That thing will run circles around anything the United States Navy has, including that F-35. They got a big excitement.
I was going to say, what about the 35?
Oh, the 22 hold my beer on that bad boy.
Hold my beer.
F-22. The only reason we have more of them is they're too expensive, but they are elite aircrafts. Those things are the one seat. They're whatever car in the world, Ferrari, McLaren, whatever it is, the 22 is it. That thing's just
good to know.
Bad ass with a capital A. That thing is awesome.
I was in the Air Force. All we had to deal with was bombers and E-Force.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, that'll be next time. Cool bombers.
Yeah.
By the way, Air Force, name a Navy bomber that's worth its salt. Thank you. All right.
Ending on that note for the whole year.
Happy New Year, everybody. All right, in all seriousness, we do have to go. But again, RoswellLegion.org. Come out and join us here next Thursday, January, I think that's the 8th, 6 p.m. at the Roswell Chamber of Commerce.
Yes,
and give out the phone number one more time, if you don't mind.
575-268-0220 or commander@RoswellLegion.org if you want to send me an email, but also the 575-268-0220 does take text messages as well. So
yeah, just don't Google the voices because we may not get it till next Christmas.
Yeah,
if we don't answer in a couple days.
I do try to check it about once a week.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And we look forward to an awesome, cooler, bigger, brighter 2026.
Indeed.
Good deal.
Thomason in Washington. Secretary of State Rubio and other top Trump administration officials have briefed congressional leaders on the military operation in Venezuela. House Speaker Mike Johnson says he does not expect the U.S. to deploy troops to Venezuela, emphasizing that the U.S. actions there are not a regime change operation. Democrat leaders say the session briefing lacked clarity about the administration's plans for Venezuela. President Trump is meeting with House Republicans today. It's a retreat taking place at the Trump Kennedy Center in D.C. On-duty police officer deaths declined last year, according to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund. It dropped from 148 in 2024 to 111 in 2025. On Wall Street, the Dow's up 132 points. More details, srnnews.com.
Bill Cunningham is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
And we are closing in on 10 o'clock. That's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your day. Have an amazing day.